Hello, guys. Welcome back again to Niger Watch. My name is Kachi. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Um, Thank you guys for coming, for joining my show today. Do not forget that if you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so. Tag a friend to tag another friend. And thank you all again for joining me today. We're just going to wait for more people to come on live. Thank you so much for everyone that has joined us. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Engineer Ken. And thank you to Mr. Leftis. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm super grateful. Let's wait for more people to come on live. Just going to wait for more people to come on live. I trust you all had an amazing day. I hope you all are doing very well. Do not forget to like, comment, and share our video on Ninja Watch. Thank you. So we're going to move into our topic for today. We're actually going to talk about two things today. We're talking about how EFCC storms former Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha. We're going to be talking about how Jesse is engaging Nigeria to return the 1.9 million pound which Jeremiah was saying looted. So let's dive into the gist for today. Jeremiah Timbuti was a lieutenant general in the Nigerian Army and minister responsible for the administration of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, under the Sani Abacha military junta. He is from Plateau State, born on the 16th February 1943, and is 79 years old. The government of Jersey says it will engage Nigerian authorities on the repatriation of funds totaling to 1.9 million pounds, forfeited by retired Lieutenant General Jeremiah Hussaini, following an order by the royal court. Hussaini is 79 and is said to have transferred the money into the island Standard Chartered Bank account using a false identity between 1989 and the 1990s while he was in military service. Uh, Jessica has a robust and effective legislation which, in appropriate cases, will be used to forfeit monies associated with corruption summarily and ensure that such funds are returned for the benefit of the people who have suffered from its effect, said the country's Attorney General Mark Temple. After the court gave the order last Thursday, I will explore with the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria how to return these forfeited assets to the people of Nigeria. And yet we wonder why we're suffering in the country when such monies have been looted out. However, there's an existing framework for the return of funds to Nigerian linked to the Abacha regime, which was successfully established with the government of Nigeria and the United States in relation to the return of 300 million USD dollars of the assets of Doroville Properties Corporation. Hussaini served as the minister of the Federal Capital Territory under the late General Sani Abacha military junta from 1993 to 1998. Wow. And yet we wonder why we're suffering so much in Nigeria. Just take a look, 1.9 million pounds. Just like that. And imagine Jesse is even the one trying to find ways to return the monies back to our country. Country keeps going from top to bottom indeed. This is really sad, you know. Just the other day we had an accountant general stole 80 billion. 80 billion. Even if you're earning 2 million naira every month in a country, how long do you think it will take for you to save 80 billion? How long do you think it will take? And somebody will comfortably just stay in an office and loot as much as they can because there are no consequences for their action. It's so terrible. Honestly,
All
is
right.
really, really sad.
Thank you. Thank you, Kashi. I'm going to interrupt you for some minutes.
Okay.
here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, Nigeria's family. Thanks very much for joining us. You can see Chris, you are back with us again today. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. You can see Lefties is right there with us, one of us. Thank you very much for joining us. Engineer Ken is in the building as well. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to be playing some couple of videos before we move on, but everyone should remember that if this program actually belongs to Kashi today. I'm only assisting her, so I'm going to be vanishing soon. Let's watch this on people, then we'll take it from here.
You explain the situation at your house and when this started.
Well, I woke up this morning, came downstairs, only to be told that the EFCC operatives with a lot of mobile policemen have surrounded my compound. So looking out of the window, I saw a lot of policemen armed men. And so I quickly spoke with my lawyer to calm down. And my lawyer has spoken to them to find out what exactly is the issue, whether there was a warrant. There seemed to be no warrant, whether there was a court order, there was no court order. And he inquired from them what it's all about. They said this is instruction from the above to come and get me arrested. And if you recall, on the day of my declaration, I went through this also, where I was being told that I'm being wanted. So it's been one thing or the other in this case. But I said I need a warrant of arrest and order of court to enable me step out. But if I had invitation from EFCC, I'll be glad to go. I'm not a person, I'm not an unknown person in this country. They have my phone numbers. They could call me to come. But the embarrassment that I see now with lots of policemen and policemen, the trauma it passes to members of my family is something I can't understand. And most importantly, that I'm getting set to go for my screening, which is scheduled to take place today and tomorrow. But now, I don't even know what it's looking like. But the EFCC has given their last few minutes the warning that they will break into the door and come into the house. But I don't know, because the first place, I know this is Nigerian police. I believe the EFCC. But I'm thinking there will have been an order or one something of that nature that this will make me go wherever I want to go. But no one has ever invited me. I'm nothing of such.
So you mentioned arrest a number of times, but the EFCC has repeatedly said it's not an arrest. From what I hear, that the director of operations at the EFCC would like to speak with you. Is this information you've only just come to learn, or is this something you've known for a while?
Remember a time about the EFCC. I mean, the director asked me to come and
All right. I will have to pause it right there. Please, everybody mute yourself. I think there's some noise coming from Kashi's end, please. All right. Before that, let me play another video, which might be more clearer, I think. Let's see. I think it's this video right here. Okay, let's watch this.
And there are policemen and EFCC all over my compound, and my gate is blocked with their car. And all I'm asking for now is that could they please allow me to go for my screening? I have screening going on right on Sunday. And if I'm not allowed to go for this screening, I might miss it. I'm not an unknown person. I have address. People know me in Nigeria. All it takes for EFCC is to send an invitation, and I'll gladly oblige. But as I speak to you now, I've requested for any arrest warrant, any order of court. None seem to be available. Any invitation, and none have not been invited, and I refuse to go. But my lawyer has addressed them, and they're saying that the director that they had instruction from above to come and get me. So I don't know whether this is an arrest or an invitation. But if it's an invitation, it's simply a letter or a word or phone call, and I'll be there. This barrage of policemen and creating some kind of trauma to members of my family is not the best way to go. I want to kindly appeal to the Efcc to allow me to go for my screening, and whatever the above means, to please allow me to go for my screening.
All right, my people, as you all heard him saying that EFCC should allow him to go for his screening. My question is, how and why is that EFCC have to come today that Rochas Okorocha is actually having his own screening? So it looks like it was targeted for this particular day, or they barricaded his house to prevent him from going to screening. Now, there's a lot of debate on today. You know, Kashi is going to be handling this. There's another video we're going to be showing today because we have a lot of things to talk about. But I want us to listen to what Peter Obi have to say here.
Up against you, Peter Obi, from picking the ticket.
Well, I'm not worried about that. There was always been a gang up against me.
You're not worried?
No, I'm not worried about that. Let me tell you.
But do you have a sense of a gang up?
I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria.
I know, but again, do you have that feeling that there is a gang up?
No. If the worst they can do is that they throw me out of the party. For me, I'm not desperate to be president. I want you to know that. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. I feel like pain that a country that has all the potentials to work is not working. So for me, it's not a gang up. Yes, people don't like my brand of politics. I granted an interview on Tuesday, which somebody called me and said, Peter, how can you do a thing like that? And what I said was simple. Manufacturers are looking for money. Importers, business people, genuine businessmen are looking for money, dollar, for spares, for inputs, for critical goods. They can't find it. And we, the politicians, are sharing dollars. Let me tell you, one of the greatest measures of any country's economic stability is their currency. It's an abomination that somebody serving in government is spending another country's currency in his country. And I'll say it any day. If I'm president today, no government official will spend dollar. You go to jail. We have a currency. It's our country. We should be proud of it.
All right, I'm just jotting down. My people, that is Peter Obi right there. His two statements, which I jotted down right here, I quote. The first one, he said, I'm not desperate to, I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. Why the second one is, if I'm a Nigerian president today, no Nigerian official will be allowed to spend dollars or any high currency in Nigeria, or you go to jail. So these are part of the things that we're going to be talking about today, my people. So I'm going to leave this right now to Kashi to move on. Before that, let me acknowledge people on the comment section. I can see Israel Semuta, my brother. We're expecting you to be here on the screen with us soon. Good evening to you. I can see Prince Ados. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you, mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for joining us. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, I can see you right there. Taddy Charles, I can see you. Ojowu Joseph, I can see you right there. Sagbovo Okonra is right there with us. Thank you very much for joining us. I can see there's some names here that's quite difficult to pronounce. But let me move on. I see Naomi Bella right there, Rita Adams. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Sarah Daddy is in the building. Thank you very much. Sazetios, I see you right there. Thank you. Faith, our Father Evangelist, man of God, is right there. Samson Amoruyi, God bless every one of you for joining us. Please hit the like button. Help us to share. Help us to share by letting others know that we are here. Hitting the like button is you giving the opportunity or giving the reason for YouTube to suggest our videos to others later on. Thank you very much, my people. I'll hand over to Kashi right now. Kashi, is your turn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Niger Watch. Thank you guys for joining us today. I can see a lot of people already here. To those in the comment section, thank you all for joining us today. I don't know if you guys have been following the video that we played. We played the one of Rochas Okorocha saying that he wasn't arrested, but EFCC keeps saying he was arrested. But they are not even giving us any reason as to why they arrested him. You know, they said the arrest is a bit sketchy. They don't have any reason as to why he has been arrested. And now Peter Obi is saying that he's not desperate to be a Nigerian president, but he's desperate to see Nigerian works. And he went ahead to say something about if you're a government official, if it's the president of the country, and and a government official does not have the right to spend a foreign currency in the country, if you do so, you will be jailed. So, guys, I'm going to throw this to you, and let me hear your thoughts. So we're going to start with Engineer Ken. Thank you so much for joining us today, Engineer Ken.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my co-panelists, and good afternoon, Nigeria, and
Good
good
afternoon,
afternoon, the
Engineer
world.
Ken.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
God bless you. You see, Peter Obi is right. You know, it's about time that country has to be fixed because you cannot be living in Nigeria and be spending US dollars. You know, that is the corruption that we are talking about. Because the naira is too small for them now to spend, you know, because they have devalued the naira up to about 100 or 1,000 naira per note. You know, that's about $2, you know, in a single bill. Yeah, so that is not enough for them. You have to spend US dollars. You see, for a talk like that from Peter Obi, it's good, but it says talking is cheap, you
That's right.
know. So yeah, so it's easier said than done. You know, can he do that? Can it be possible? You know, it will, but first and foremost, he has to start from his own self. You know, how truthful would that be? You know, he has to use his own self, for example. He has to sanitize his own self. When he was in government in Imo State, you know, or in Anambra, what did they do? You know, how many US dollars were they converting naira to? You see, all these politicians, none of them are saints, and none of them is they're all politicians. All of them have skeleton in their cupboard. You know, they have to first of all declare their own self. You know, let sanity begin from them, and they all have foreign accounts. So he has to bring out his own foreign account or give authorization to the Nigeria Institute of Finance and let them start digging out, or EFCC to dig him himself out, and EFCC will dig him to give if he's ready to see Nigeria work right now before their primary election. Let him bring himself out for EFCC to dig in. If he has any foreign account anywhere in the world, if you have any dollars account in Nigeria that he lives. So if you can do that, you know, if you can do that, then we'll trust you. You know, if
Okay.
you can do that, then he will be trusted. For now, I hope my take in this. This is my take in this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ken. I just want to quickly add something. So when asked when the question was true to the AFCC officials as to why they made the arrest to Rochas Okorocha, they said it's a bit sketchy. So they don't know the reason as to why they went ahead to make the arrest. And Rochas Okorocha in the video was saying that it was not an arrest, that they should allow him go for his screening and whatsoever. So do you think that there's a foul play here? Do you think that there's something
Yeah, yeah,
that's
in
not going?
Rochas business, EFCC have been playing toy games with him for a very long time. You understand me? They were inviting, they were arresting, He'll be big with a couple of millions. We'll go home. All the things are political struggle.
Okay.
Maybe you have somebody that he's fighting with, around the party, or maybe some of the party chairmen, they don't like his way, or maybe he refused to take money from the money bank, to do his own bid for him. So for that they have to use EFCC to start tagging him or flogging. EFCC
Oh,
in itself is another corrupt, very, very corrupt institute that we have in that country. EFCC in itself, they are very, very corrupt. Before an EFCC officer can prove somebody or to arrest somebody, they have to first of all release Magu. Magu is still with them. Magu is still in his house enjoying his life. Magu looted all those funds that they got from Abuja. Magu is the richest man in the world. Mango embezzles so much money from the federal government and for the foreign money that they took. All those Ikoyi busters, all those money that they caught from whistleblowers, all those money belongs to Mango, and all of them at EFCC is keeping quiet. You
okay.
see, before that country will work, my sister, there has to be a revolution to fuck all these evil men. They're all evils, all of them. All of them. There is no sense among them. They're all evil.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Engineer Ken, for that input. And we're going to move next to Chris. Chris, are you ready for us, please?
Yeah, good evening, Miss Kachi. Good evening to everyone. I don't know, seriously speaking, I don't really know how to start talking about this whole thing, but I will start with what P2B said. I understand that when it's election period, these people get so desperate. They can promise that everyone will be dashed an aeroplane. Like they can promise everyone a helicopter just to get whatever they want. They can promise to give all the Nigerians whatever it is they so desire. They can promise heaven and earth just to get what they want. So it's not so new to us. It's not something new to us. We are done listening to what they just have to say. You understand? It's more like these two parties are just playing table tennis with Nigerians, where APC will have to toss us over to PDP after PDP uses us as they like. They toss us back to APC. Like they just keep doing Nigerians however they want. You understand? So it's looking somehow now like it's something I don't even know exactly how to fathom this whole situation. But from everything going on, it's very obvious that these guys do not care about Nigerians. They just care about themselves alone, and they keep using us to satisfy their selfish desires. That's just what I feel about this whole issue. And about the FCC, I'm not really surprised about what's going on between Rochas and the EFCC. EFCC themselves, at least from what happened with Magu, we already know that. And this was when he was the head of EFCC. This man looted money, like he was embezzling money even as the head of EFCC. So there's nothing surprising about them. I just know that these guys are just they are up there at the level of corruption. But I don't want to start saying so much about them. I'll just give every other person the opportunity to talk also on this very issue.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chris, for that input. We're going to move to Mr. Leftis. Good evening to you, sir.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, our audience. Good evening, our panelists. And good evening to all of us here.
Good evening.
Yes, it's another day, another good broadcast. Talking about Rochas Amechi. Maybe if we could remember when we first talked about deliberated on his issue, I made this clear that they will come after him. I said this before. Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I said this before, that they are going to come after him. If you follow Nigeria story and politics, you can see the end from the beginning. because of the way, the pattern of politics they play. I know they will come after him for coming to say he wants to be the president. He shouldn't have done it because his hands are not clean. He has so many issues on him. At the end of the day, he ran to APC. He's a member of OPC, and he supported the what will I call this government, the top to bottom government, just for him to be protected. If we remember, this same thing that happened to Oshomole will happen to him. He would have just kept quiet. He would have just kept quiet and enjoy himself. But now that he's coming to say he wants to rule over the people that knows him better, it's not possible. For him to be saying that he's not aware of there was no invitation is a lie. There's an update. Let me just look for that update. There's an update. Let me read from my script. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) said its operative laid siege to the residence of former Imo State Senator Rochas Okorocha because of his refusal to honor the commission's invitation. It also alleged that attempts to arraign Senator Okorocha were stalled twice owing to the absence of the ex-governor who reportedly invaded service of process. The EFCC made this clarification in a statement by its head of media and publicity, Mr. Wilson Wajare. The statement reads, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, today, May 24, 2022, arrived at the Matama, Abuja home of former governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha, to effect his arrest. The move followed the refusal of the former governor to honor invitation after jumping the administrative bail earlier granted him by the commission. EFCC had on January 24, 2022, filed a 17-count criminal charge bordering on diversion of public funds and properties to the tune of 2.9 billion against Okorocha. The case was assigned to Honorable Justice Ian Eku of the Federal High Court, Abuja, but attempts to arraign Senator Okorocha were twice stalled owing to the absence of the ex-governor, also invaded service of process. At last adjournment date, March 28, 2022, Justice Eku, before adjourning until May 30th, 2022, had warned that it was the last adjournment I shall grant in this matter. In circumstances, the commission is left with no option than to effect the arrest of Senator Okorocha and bring him to trial. So what are we saying? If you have a pending case and you jump bail, you did not go to court, and you that know that you've not settled your case, you know the commission, you know the rules, and you want to be the president of the country where you have a court case bordering on fraud. How does that work? So on this occasion, we will not blame the EFCC, though we know that they are stooge. They are not on their own. They are working on the structure. And I will tell you something. All this that is happening is from inside somebody, from his even part of his own side, from part of us. It may not be from the north playing this game. They just want to bring him down. So our own problem. Those people that say they are smart, they are not really smart. We are the one selling ourselves to them. So that of Okorocha, I know he's going nowhere. I said it before. Let him just go and settle himself and be enjoy his money that he has stolen. You should forget it. So forget coming to be the president. His own. That one don't Bafuka. Going to Peter Obi. Well, He was a governor of what state?
Anambra.
Anambra State. Whatever has happened as a governor, he left some money, huge amount of money, roughly 2 billions. It could be politics because he already knew he's going to come for. It also could be maybe he just want to leave the money as eaten enough. But looking at the way he's talking and comparing him to others, what do we make out of it? It's coming out to tell you that I'm not desperate. If they don't give it to me, no problem. But I'm only saying that I want to see Nigeria work. And what he just said is true, whether he's a politician or he's not. How can you be in government and be spending dollars openly? Openly. That if he's given the chance, he will not allow that. Yes, I want to make something clear. Somebody like Peter Obi has been there. And I think, if given the chance, they may not allow him. If given the chance, it could also affect most of these things he's saying because he wants to see Nigeria work. Some of these people want to see Nigeria work, but because of the structure of 610, they see themselves playing the game of, yes, and let me also behave like some of them. Some of them also know that what they are doing is not good. That is why the last time, I think it was yesterday, I was trying to talk to them. If you are a leader, leave a legacy. Do something, whether you've done wrong before, change the status quo, you can also do it because you are there already. And I made 2 statements, one for the leaders and one for Nigerians. Nigerians, wake up. If you expect these leaders to think of you, none of them is thinking of you. Imagine a Qatar general involved in a 80 billion naira fraud. Under the watch of Buhari, that somebody is giving 65, some are giving 40% for corruption or for what? It's a pity. My advice is Nigerians, wake up. Take the bull by the horn. The country belongs to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leftist. Thank you. We're going to move to Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Ms. Kashi. Good evening, fellow panelists over there. And good evening, Nigerians. And well, it's a very interesting topic today. First and foremost, let me say we don't understand where we are heading to right now.
Okay.
Just as we say, yes, we don't understand because a situation whereby somebody who has been on your custody, you've had his file ever since, you have been dealing with this person, arrest and let this person go, and today all of a sudden you're barricading this house, depriving him of his fundamental right. Regardless of what is happening, he has not been proven guilty by the court of law. So, you know, all these things, are they politically motivated? We don't all know. So from the statement which he's saying, allegedly saying that the order come from above, which above? Is it from the court? Because it is only the court that will give you the permission, that gives the police or any agency that power to go and, you know, observe the warrant. Was there a warrant being served to him? The answer is we don't know. So from what he is saying, allegedly, there is no warrant. So I think, for me, I just think if there is no warrant being served to His Excellency Rochas Okorocha, then why should you deprive him of his fundamental right? Because under the law, it states that the police has to have every evidence before before an arrest can be carried out. So if all this while you have not come out with a concrete evidence against this person to actually take him to court so that the court can decide if he's guilty or not, then what else? Why is it this time that he has to go on his primaries? Or he has to go on the screening, sorry. Why is it this time? This is something that we Nigerians have to talk about. We shouldn't, I'm not talking about the party now, whoever it is, but this is somebody, for me, allegedly, his fundamental right has been taken from him. We need to get the fact to see if this person, did he jump bail? But this person has been within you guys before he declared to be a presidential aspirant. He has been in your custody. You have his case file. If he's found guilty, put it to the court. The court will not issue an arrest warrant. But in this case, we are not seeing that now. But we have not heard from the EFCC side, so we cannot yet say this is what is actually here to happen. We are just hearing from Rochas Okorocha. From what I can see from that video, he's speaking right from his room that he has been barricaded. But my position on this, looking at what the law says, this is absolutely unacceptable. If there is no proper, warrant being issued, then there is no case for you to make an arrest or barricade his house. You are evading his own privacy. That is a violation. So for me, I believe, for me to jump into a conclusion now, we have not heard from the EFCC what the whole situation is all about. So I just have to leave that for now. But what is going on right now, it is unacceptable. If it is allegedly, if it is unacceptable, they need to have a clear path because we are practicing what we call a democracy. So if it is a democracy, we need to follow what the Constitution says because no one is above the law. So on that note, I will leave that for them. Maybe in the next coming days, we shall get more, evidence coming out of this case. And we shall get a clear picture of what is, going on. Let me go to Peter Obi. From what Peter Obi is saying, obviously, I support that. That is what all Nigerians want. Because yesterday we were speaking on this whole thing that which one have tried, and one of the panelists was saying Nigeria does not have money. But you can see the amount of money that is being swallowed by a snake or a millipede or a centipede. Yes. We don't know. Where is this money coming from? And yet Nigerians are suffering. That is what Peter Obi is saying. You are not investing on the citizen. They are suffering, and meanwhile the elites are taking money everywhere. So I do support him that we should concentrate on our currency. We shouldn't be spending foreign currency. But my fear is, are you going to is this thing going to be effective when you become president? Because the essence of you romancing around these whole people within the elites, how are we sure that this thing is going to be effective? That is my own thing. So I believe what he's saying, I stand by it, but how effective it's going to be if Peter Obi is given the mandate to rule. Okay. There's another thing that was being asked that is a conspiracy to oust him out, to kind of, take him out of the primaries or what. I believe it is the best interest of the PDP to actually look before they jump. Otherwise, they are going to just miss the boat. That is where I will leave it for now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that. That is indeed very impactful. Let's move to Madam Rita.
Yeah, good afternoon, Archie.
Good afternoon, Madam Rita.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to start with Rochas Okorocha, former Governor Rochas Okorocha. Mm-hmm. Every time I see that man on screen, it's like I'm watching comics every time. No matter what the situation is, it's like, oh my God, another comedy is coming again. So I will call whatever is experiencing these the same words he used to describe, how the governance of Nigeria is being run is Iberiberism. Um, Okorocha is fighting a family affair. This lawyer, Dele Farotimi, I listen to him a lot. He says he has a book that says, "Do not fight in their war." Right? Okorocha is having a family dispute among when I mean family, the family are the political elites, the politicians from the top to the bottom, from the north to the south. So he's in that mix. So they should not disturb Nigerians with all these personal vendetta they are doing. Arrest today, EFCC. They're just having a family quarrel. Besides, who knows if all this has been planned? These people, these guys in Nigeria, they are script writers, directors, and producers of movie. So we Nigerians are the audience. What I see in it? Who knows? Perhaps, maybe this was planned with the EFCC to say, you know what, that 100 million naira, okay, let it not look like all of us are dropping, and to be very obvious that we are playing with the man in a body loan. And so let us now use the EFCC to like peg you in your house the day you're supposed to go for screening or whatever, and then to be like, oh, he missed the date. This happens in Nigeria. Nigeria is a movie is a circus, and we are paying with our blood and our sweat. That's our entrance fee. And the directors and script writers are these wicked, demonic children, or rather cousins of Lucifer, controlling Nigeria. That's what is playing. They are fighting a family quarrel, my sister. Trust me. We are hearing no names. We are just looking at the surface. Oh, okay, they come to arrest. Okay, EFCC have made a publication in their social media account with this was happening. Why didn't they do that since the kingdom come? The man has been free now. He has been going to channels and talking everywhere. So why is it now? So, like I said, if you are watching a movie like Rambo and it's sweet, you are watching the movie and thinking that, oh, things are going that way. It has been scripted, for crying out loud. So I'm not going to waste time with Rochas Okorocha. We are all watching a circus show, and we are paying with our blood and sweat. And they are having a family quarrel. So we will not be involved in their war or personal vendetta or games. Now, going back to Peter Obi. Peter Obi is what is Peter Obi is saying? It's not news to Nigeria in respect to, okay, the use of the legal tender, talking about, them sharing dollars. He's not new to the game. He, even in his first statement, he said, just like the way they are sharing dollars. So he maybe at some point in his political career, at some point, he also was sharing dollars. And maybe he got to a certain point, he's like, oh, what am I doing? What am I sharing? So what he's saying is not new to Nigeria. Talk is really, really cheap. I think one of the panelists said it. Talk is really, really cheap. As for me, as long as he's under the umbrella of the PDP, whatever he's saying, he's just being a politician, and he's just romancing with the minds of the people. He's romancing. When I mean romancing, he's actually speaking the minds of people. Oh, we should not be spending dollars. There's too much money in politics in Nigeria. Blah blah blah. It's the same way CBN says, "Oh, do not spray money in parties," but money is being sprayed in parties and flung in the air. So talk is really cheap. He's talking like as a politician. So it's left for Nigerians to look behind the veil of what he's saying and then make their decision. It's talking politics as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, the first time I was in your show, I said, what we are doing right now, Nigeria is not going to all these 10,000 of Peter Obi and Okonjo-Iweala would not change the system of Nigeria unless we have a regional system of government. What I want to hear from someone like Peter Obi, he should keep preaching the regional system of government. And as a politician, he will not do that because we feel the Northern Caliphate, who are basically the owners of the PDP, which he's under, would not like that. So where are we today? Or is he just going to play to the gallery with all these politicians, and when he gets there, he's going to do the opposite of what they expect him to do? You know, it's just like say marriage is a risk. So in the same way, politics is a risk. If you put somebody there that you don't expect will do well, will probably do well. If you put somebody there that is singing hallelujah and he's a saint, it might even be worse. I mean, we experience it in Buhari government now. Everybody was looking at the days of Idiagbon, but we all know that Idiagbon was the one that was helping Buhari to make Nigeria good with the war against the discipline. It wasn't really Buhari, per se. So, it just, we are at a crossroads right now. It's a risk. And the only thing I personally see for Nigeria to move forward is for Nigeria to go back to the regional system of government. And then we have to sit down and recalibrate ourselves. And before all these policies of what Peter Obi is talking and the others like him are talking would work. That's all I have to say for now.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you so much, Madam Rita. We're going to move to Mr. Jimo, please.
Thank you very much, everyone. Can you hear me?
Mr. Jimo, we can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening,
Please,
everybody.
where are you joining us from today?
Oh, I'm joining from Germany.
Okay, thank you, and welcome to Ninja Watch.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, let me say good evening to my fellow panelists and viewers at home. Let me start the debate like this, or this issue in this direction. First,
Okay.
the issue of Okorocha. If anyone is corrupt, the person should be prosecuted, whether political or not. That is my stand. But having said that, the EFCC said that he jumped administrative bail the last time that the judge adjourned the matter was 28th of March this year. And since then, they've not been able to get hold of Okorocha. So the fact, because the judge said that the last day is going to be 30th of May. So the EFCC felt that they should just get him arrested and keep him till that date, till 30th. But if they have the right to do that, that's another question, another ball game altogether. If it is within their right to arrest him today and keep him till 30th of May, which was the last day that Justice Yang Echo actually gave. But now, here is the catch. You see, most of the politicians now, there are negotiations going on, because you can't expect APC to go with about 24 presidential aspirants
Tanzania and Europe.
Please mute. Yeah, thank you. So we don't expect APC to go with about 24 presidential aspirants to the field. So therefore, they need to screen them down. How are they going to do that? The negotiations are already going on, a peaceful one, telling one to step down for the other. They will have some EFCC threats. I mean, we've seen this all along. So Okorocha will be an exception to that. But they also know that arresting somebody for corruption under the constitution that we have today is a bailable offense. They also know they can't do Okorocha anything. They will still grant him bail on personal recognition. So this gra matter they are doing now, they are disturbing us. Because we all know that
you actually think this is all planned? It's something that has been orchestrated from the beginning.
Look, it is not the thing we can say for sure, but we are students of history, so we know what has been going on since 1999. In fact, the people that are even our brother, Governor Gbenedion, was let go after paying, was it not 800 or whatever thousand for those billions? For me, if you give me 50 billion and you're asking me to go for jail for 2 years, I will take it. Because that is exactly what they are doing with us. You imagine people stealing millions, they will tell him to go and pay 800,000 and go free. Or they will put him in jail for 3 years. Come on. I mean, it's just not working. It is not working. Okorocha knows. Even the EFCC, they know themselves. Those that went to his house today, if you go to their personal account, they themselves are not free. The ones that went to his house to arrest him. So in all this, let them play the politics that they want to play. Leave us out of the line. Stop disturbing us with all this EFCC arrest, rearrest, arraign, not arraign, and let us have peace. Okorocha is not new. Those that they indicted 10 years ago are still walking on the street. What happened to Amechi? Was Amechi not also indicted? Look, the favored ones are the ones that will be on the feet that day. Those that refuse to cooperate for one reason or the other will be dealt with. So what we are seeing is we are seeing a very little from the bunch of all that they are willing to do. So let me leave Okorocha and go back to Peter Obi. Now this is the catch. Peter Obi is a very responsible man. He led Anambra very well. Some people are saying that, Anambra need to do something. Why is he saving so much money? Of course, he did it well. He did it well for the next man to continue, because government is continuum. That's what we know. You see, what he said is very correct. It is not a question of being the president. If you actually have the interest of the nation at heart, that is even better than being the president. You can work in any other capacity apart from being the president. But the catch? Anybody that speaks like him can't get there. Read my lips. Anybody that speaks like him can't get there. They will cage him not to have the opportunity. Look, the person to take care of Nigeria, to develop Nigeria, is not scarce at all. We have a lot of capable hands. But the thing is, the good people that are supposed to go there and help them in the election, we are all outside the country. We don't care about politics. The religious house, they don't care about politics. These are the people that would have been able to help people like Peter Obi. The fact that we are not there, we left politics for those people who really care for their interest. Therefore, a man like Peter Obi or any other man for that matter that speaks like that can't get there. That is the situation where we find ourselves in the country. Thank you. Let me give to other guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jimo. Good evening, bro. Nice. Are you ready for us, please?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm ready. Good evening.
Okay.
Is it your name? Is it a Kachi or Kachi something?
Yes, it's Kachi.
Kachi, yeah.
Yeah.
I greet you. Good evening.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I greet you, all my panelists. So, let me start from Okorocha. I think they said they sent the EFCC, or EFCC went to his house to arrest him.
Yeah.
Okay, why can't this EFCC be professional for once? Is it must that they must go to his house to arrest him? Why can't they invite him to their station or to their office? Everything that they want to do in that country, they have to use force on those people. First of all, they need to be civil. You can invite someone to the station, and that person will come voluntarily without going to his home to disgrace him or force him away from his house. So that is the reason why they still called Africa third world. If it's a Western world now, before a police will come to your house, they will first of all invite you. So when you disobey that invitation, that is when they will come to your place and force you. You understand? And they went to the man's house. The man now become a refugee in his house. He's even scared to come out because his hand is not clean. That is Africa for you. If your hand is clean, you will walk out majestically. You will meet them and speak with them.
The information reaching us says that Rochas Okorocha has actually been invited, but he declined the invitation.
Maybe it's possible, but we don't know those part of it. We are just judging from what we see from the video.
Yeah.
So, you know, so the hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So that is just the truth. And this question I'm about to ask: why is it that all those institutions, DSS, EFCC, why is it that it's only the Satanas those people are tormenting? Why don't these administrations use the same people to torment the Northerners, the Fulani? I have never seen any Fulani, all those corrupt Fulani governors and their politicians that this EFCC are go after since these people have been in existence. I've never seen anyone in that north. When DSS came, DSS were going rampage in the east, in the south, in the west. But I've never seen EFCC terrorize any Northerners in the north. Why is it only the any institution that come out is only the Southerners that will suffer it? Why? In that nation, in that country? Because that country is ruled by tribalism, ethnicity. You understand? Those Fulani, the moment they are in power, any institution they set up is to torment the Southerners. You understand? We know how many of our young youths that have died in the hands of DSS and police, this Fulani police. You know, so this look at all the sector in our Air Force, military, all of them, all the chief of staff, all of them, Air Force and all of them, they are Fulani. What they do is to torment the Southerners and the Easterners, you know. So why can't this thing work for everybody? Why is it that it's only the set of people, they are the target? Yeah? Why can't it work? If Fulani, this kind of thing is supposed to work for everybody. It doesn't care if they are Fulani or not. Anyone that is corrupt, use it against them. Don't just select a part of some people and use this kind of people against them. A nation not supposed to work that way. If not, people will not perceive it as an intimidation. You understand? You know, so that is where I have problem. This is where I have problem with all those DSS and the EFCC and all.
Don't talk to you now. Make me still talk.
EPA no interfere for my this thing. I'm not they break my speech. I beg.
Talk to me.
Wait, if you get your time, talk what you want to talk. Not they cut my this thing, my conversation. My sister, what do you talk just now? You asked me one question.
Yes, I was about to ask you about.
Told me to ask Republic. You might get we know, man.
I hear you, my sister. What do you talk?
Okay, so I was going to ask you what you think about what Peter Obi said.
I did not even listen to what he said, and I don't even want to. I don't have any interest for what he said.
I'm going to just say it briefly. He said he's not desperate. He said he's not desperate to be a Nigerian president, but he's desperate to see that he's desperate to see that Nigerian works. And he said if he becomes president today, that every government official who spend foreign currencies will be jailed.
Thank you for that explanation. But I just want to let you understand, any of them that said they are not desperate, they are lying. All of them are desperate. All our politicians, they always high presidency. All of them, no one that will come out and say he's not desperate or he's not high in presidency is a lie, because they are going for their own selfish interest. You understand? So he knows that the reason why he's not saying that he's not desperate, maybe he have seen that he don't have any chance to win that presidency. That is why he's not saying that. Who is he going to deceive? So we know all those money bag that is there, all those cabal, they are not going to allow them to people like him to win that election, that presidency. So that is why he's not saying that. All those are excuses. You understand? We need a fair Nigeria a Nigeria that works for us, a Nigeria where people will not feel like as a third class citizen. If anybody that is corrupt, let EFCC go after them. Don't select any group of ethnic to go after them. No. If a Fulani do something, go after Fulani. If Hausa do something, go after Fulani. If Igbo man do it, go after Igbo man. If a Benin man, go after them. Don't select the Satanas. And when the Fulani do something, you people will do as you people did not see it. So those are the kind of injustice that we are talking about. That is not good. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you.
Epa, we don't leave floor for you. Carry on.
Thank you very much,
No, give me goat.
Epa, good evening to you.
Good evening, my dear Kachi.
So I don't know if you've been following the show, and what do you have to say about what we're discussing today?
Thank you very much. I become 1 second.
Kachi, I stand to oppose Epa, and I stand to disagree with Epa. You know, the reason why this is Engineer Ken, the way Epa said, called your name, Kachi, my dear, and I'm suspecting some.
If Epa turn out to that, he can't use that dear, you know, that.
Who don't like better thing? Engineer K, who don't like
no, if Epa by mistake put that,
Epa,
stop that thing, we go suspend them.
This is corruption. This is APC government. You know, I'm a person, APC man. This is corruption.
Okay,
Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken,
the floor is yours. What do you have to say about what we're discussing today?
Thank you, Kachi, again, and thank you, Madam Rita and Ken. I may not want to talk about Tomet here. What I want to say is that you see, anybody that is ready to fight corruption should again go down to the roots. I said it yesterday that the foundation is not good. We need to set it up properly again, and this is what I'm going to repeat. You see, when Ghana President J.J. Rawlings, when he found out that there is a corruption in his country, in his revolutionary method, he brought all of them out. If you see that video, you see all their stomach, their belly, big pot bellies. He gave gun to women, made them shoot them, made them kill them. Like in the case of Okorocha, like what my brother said just now, the last person, the last speaker.
Very nice.
I was just trying to wind him up anyway. He was on the right track, but again, he became tribalistic in the whole matter. Anybody who wants to fight corruption should go down to the root and sort it out. One good thing why everybody liked Buhari was that when he first came in as a military head of state, he packed all of them inside prison. They were shitting themselves up. They were all some even died after they came out.
Epa, sorry to
Epa,
cut
I
you.
think you are wrong.
Was there ever a time that everybody liked Buhari?
Now one start again, now one play politics again. Now this is where the whole problem is.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, like, that was the reason everybody voted for him in 2016. Because when he came to Benin, your 1 naira can buy $2. When he was there then, 1983.
Epa, very sorry, this is leftist. I want to quickly correct you. Not everybody.
Thank you, leftist. Not everybody, sir.
You don't use the word everybody. He was planted there.
And he was selective in his arrest. If you go back to the 80s, a lot of us were quite vast in that. He was selective. Mostly the Yorubas he put in jail.
Sister, let me not interrupt. Let us leave Epa to finish. We all have questions to ask Epa when the time comes. Epa, carry on.
So he brought the drug smuggler out and sued them public execution. Those were to serve as deterrent. And during that period, he came with a war against indiscipline, and the Nigeria started queuing up at the post office everything went straight, super. And that was the reason they said when this man come back again in 2016, he was going to do that. But he didn't do it. What a lot of people do not understand, since 2019 or 2018, Okorocha has not been in power, has not, didn't get any position. Even when Oshomole came out 2 days ago or 5 days ago, a week ago, he said people like them, they were emperors. Those are people he fought with, and the corruption, the system fought him back. He was in fact referring to people like Okorocha. Okorocha, like a nice said just now, that why are they picking on the Southerners, which in a way he's right. Why will it be during election that they will come in and be acting show? To me, Okorocha arrest or storming is a political, I would call it a photographic funfair, just to show. And if you go deep, it will be the Southerners who has in fact, launched what they call it, a petition there. We in the southern Nigeria, we are the problems of ourselves. I just want to reply nice who said that the Northerners have been patting the shoulder for all the wrongdoings and all. We play politics. Okay, here is the time now. This is the season for us to elect a new leader. The way people are going, they are not even the main issue of Nigeria. They are not even saying it. They are saying this one we want young person. The elderly people like of our age and older, these people are the elite. They own all the money. They own all the assets. They are the bourgeois of Nigeria.
So they didn't own the money.
People, you see, they will not let people talk. These are the problems. We have to
please
look
allow
at it.
please allow Epa talk. Epa, please go ahead.
So the bourgeoisie, they've held that country in a way that there is no two ways. A young man will come in. If a young man is going to come in, I would suggest a man like Rollins, a man like Strasser. Somebody mentioned Strasser yesterday. People like that, revolutionary, that will come. That is going back to the foundation to sort it out. Not somebody who will come and put us back again, going around the circle and photographic funfair. I think I'll stop for now. I know you don't give people second chance to talk, Kachi. I will just leave it there today and we'll take it. Thank you.
Epa, thank you very much. But what do you have to say about the comments that Peter Obi made?
Peter Obi.
Yes.
I'm sorry, he has made a lot of comments. I do not know which one of these.
Okay, let me just quickly say that it said he's not desperate to be Nigerian president. He's just desperate to see Nigerian works, and if he eventually becomes president, no government official will spend foreign currency. If they do, they will be jailed.
All these are oratory statements or another photographic photographic funfair. Who not likes sugar? Eh? They say all sorts of things. They can tell you that no, listen, I don't want anybody blood to be spilled for their presidency. We've heard a lot of that, and a man with no shoes. We've heard a lot of them. Don't listen to them. So all what we need to do is for us to get our priority first, and that priority need to be restructuring of Nigeria or the breaking of Nigeria. That's number one. That is going down to the foundation. But for us to be saying in this kind ziggy, this, according to Machiavelli, Israel, we say ziggy. How can you just be putting somebody into this ziggy when the whole thing is going to start again? We're going to be like a tango, higody-pigody system. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Epa, for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, please, we have almost 300 people watching us right now, and I can see that we only have 2 likes. Please try and like our live video. This is just to encourage YouTube to suggest our videos to people, so more people can come here and see what we are doing here. Please like, please comment, and if you can tag another friend to come to our platform, please. So let's move to Mr. Mid.
Madam Kachi, please hold on a minute. Somebody called now that he wants to contribute. Maybe we should give the person chance to quickly
Okay,
air his.
I
Okay,
preset a
you can
number.
go ahead. Where are you calling from, and tell us your name.
Okay, it's your favorite boy, Tiobala.
Tiobala. Okay, Tiobala.
Okay, called yesterday.
Calling from UA.
Okay, Tiobala, go ahead.
Madam Kachi asked a part question just now concerning what's it called? Peter Obi comment.
Yes.
It's quite commendable. The truth of the matter is that it is really saddening for us to see our nation, our leaders rather, come in and start spending dollar, thereby devaluing our own currency.
Yes.
The statement Peter Obi made is very commendable. Should be applauded for that. And he said that he's not desperate to be the Nigerian president. And he's only desperate to see Nigeria work. And if you check Mr. Obi campaign right from the homestead, he found that he has been speaking to issues. So my advice to Peter Obi is that if PDP eventually not give him the ticket, he should go other party, we will still go and follow him, and make sure that Nigeria get back on track again. That's just my little contribution. Thank you for your good work.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tiobala. Madam Kachi, you can go ahead.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much, Mr. Lefties. We're going to move to Mr. Midwest.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening, Mr. Midwest. Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening, my panel fellow panelists and viewers and listeners. How's everything?
We're doing very well, thank you.
So I just want to throw a little thing here. The problem is this: you don't blame. We love to blame Northerners over everything. Well, the real problem is the Southern people. From foundation.
Okay, why did you say that, please?
Yeah, from foundation, we don't love ourselves. We are not able to put heads together. If you look at the history of Nigeria, there's never a time we have been able to put our heads together as people to say this is what we want for ourselves.
Very correct.
So the Northerners, they knew it very well, and they always capitalize on it, and they are very strategized, very intelligent people. When it comes to dribbling the Southerners are very easy to to fool. I don't know how to put it, because look, there was a time when this killing was too much in the South. You see our governors coming together. We want this power to come to the southern part of Nigeria. We want this power to come to southern part of Nigeria, and that was their meeting. Small time is that we want this power in the west. It must come to Yoruba land. We want this power in Igbo land. It must come to South. Why the Fulanis were watching carefully. Now, as the election is getting nearer, they are coming out with different plans. Plan A, plan B, plan B, plan C. This EFCC is also a political strategy. It has nothing to do for the interest of Nigeria. To see how they can overturn some people, arrest them, and tell them what to do. Do you want to be free or you want to go to jail? You must do this. You will not agree, they will set you free. So you play their card. Now, what I was trying to say is this. If indeed SAT were really united people and they are fair when it comes to dealing with themselves, both Yoruba and Sasat, although Koma is in Sasat a little bit because Jonathan only ruled for 6 years, everybody's supposed to team up and say, now the power is going to Southeast. I will tell you, these people will give up. But they understand the greediness of the Southern people. Because if you look at it, as far as South is concerned, Igbo is the most cheated people when it comes to this political something. Nobody is ready to back an Igbo leader. Now the Yoruba want the power, but they want the whole South to back them. And they have ruled for good 8 years. They started this democracy that never goes anywhere. It's their brother. They just have to accept it. So okay, now why not we put ourselves together and say, now, even if not Port Obi, maybe another person, even Wike from South South, because Wike can say, okay, Jonathan only rule for 6 years. I have some space there. I have right. So we then they can put themselves together and arrange it properly, and the North will be afraid. But a situation whereby you see the way they were picking form, they were buying form for Satanas, you know, coming there, come out. They are going somewhere. Before you know it, APC will nominate a northern person. Just have it in your mind. The same PDP, if it's not taking, a northerners will take the vote, will take the space. So now, if you look at what is going on, again, let me put it before you, my sister. I don't know the way you are from certain part of Nigeria, any tribe maybe you come from, maybe you are from Benin or Igbo or whatever. Look, if you have a problem like that, my brother said, if you go to police, you go to this one, and they put themselves. If you don't have a problem, just travel Benin Lagos road. When you see a Benin man, it be police, it stand for road. Greet and domo, whether I not go from there, enter your body. If you be Igbo, tell him KJ, you tell that your Igbo brother KJ and see whether no problem go put for your hair for there. But answer man will carry exhibit. If he greet that they are rakaded or whatever, the man will start helping that person, even when he's the lowest rank in their midst. He will look for a way. If you go to Edo, the number of people where they inside prison, Edo Idijin, Satan Idijin, will not even get case file, not be small. You can't see that in the north. If you go to East, it's the same thing. Nobody, this governor they don't even want to visit that place. So you can look at the way our natural, the kind of people we have. And that is why they are using us. This election, either I don't know how to put it. If care is not taking, I pray for Nigeria to remember, because the crisis look very dark if it becomes crisis. So may God not let it happen, because I don't see the certain people willing to say, let us tell ourselves the truth. We are problem to ourselves. Let us try to have a kind of a mechanism where we can discuss issues that affect all of us, where all of us can bring our interest to the table, instead of trying to be playing wayo, using one to, play wayo, but they'll come and support you, I will support you next. Whereas when the people want your support, they don't see you anymore. So look at your strategy. Are we really strategize, people? When you look at the side, you will know that a lot is going on. You're going to see what is going to happen. Very soon, the whole Northerners will drop for one candidate. The South will be fighting themselves. And those South that are going to be dropping, they will be dropping for Northerners. Because like Okorocha will never go free with that condition. Just have that one. And it's going to be a political condition. These are our strategy. Many will be coming out and we'll be seeing them playing the card. So this is what I believe. I will also leave the floor for another person, my sister. So let me also say his own people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Midwest. Thank you so much. So we're going to go back to Engineer Ken.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, Engineer Ken.
Yes,
what about leftists? Leftists not going to talk you.
Engineer Ken, please.
Leftists na monitor.
Yeah, na monitor, na class captain. Thank you for this great opportunity, Nigeria Watch. Nigeria Watch family all over the world, I greet you all. You see, these Fulani people that we think that they are stupid, they didn't go to school, they don't know nothing. These guys are the master game players of the Nigerian elites and the Nigerian politics. These people, we have to be afraid of them. Right now in Nigeria, they are deploying their Fulani herdsmen and their Boko Haram herdsmen into our forest all over Nigeria. Maybe some part of the eastern part, but from the west to the south to the north, they are all over. They are all waiting for 2023. And these are men that are not from Nigeria. They are from Sudan, they are from Niger, they are from Burkina Faso, they are from Senegal, and these guys are trained by ISIS. The other day I watched a video in Sabisa where they deliver an ammunition for them. These are solid ammunition for MP3, AK 47, So these guys they are not playing, but we are not ready, and these guys are ready. They want to take that power by force, And the funnest part of it, we don't even love ourselves to start with. We don't love ourselves.
In the
Look at
south,
the
in the south.
in the South. Look at the meeting that the South governors hold the other day. Both APC, PDP, all of them, they came together. They hold that meeting. But one of us went away, who happens to be our Edo State governor. He went away and went back to the north and tell Buhari this is their plans. That is an abomination. And you cannot see that with the north. You cannot see that at all with these people. So this game Nigeria Watch and this game my fellow Nigerians, we at war, regardless by the election coming or whatever that is coming. That is not the case. The case is this: we are at war, serious war. That if we don't take precaution, the Nigeria as a country is going to be torn. Is going to turn around. It's going to turn around for a very, very big chaos. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's going to turn around for a very big chaos. That we have to start praying. And the only man that I see who can be able to match these people door to door, is Wike. Wike is the only man that can be able to match all these people door to door. Because this country, there has to be a revolution before peace, before development, before equal justice can come into Nigeria. Nigeria it has due for a breakdown. If we don't go back to our original system, or having Midwest or whatever the way it used to be back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, before they changed all these things in the 90s. If we don't go back to the original system, Nigeria is going to be a very big chaos. Nigeria is going to be a very big mess. And the only man that is preaching the original system is Wike. So Wike is a man that can change it. Wike is a man that anyone that refuses to change, if you want to go door to door with him, you'll be ready to go door to door. If you want to go boot to boot, you're ready to go boot to boot. So these are the big problems that we have at hand. I must say, that everyone that is listening to our voice every day, be prepared. Be prepared. This is not like a political election that we used to see as before. This game is different. You see, this APC government brought in these people, make a big deal with them that after Buhari made the first tenure, that Buhari is going to give them Nigeria, each state in Nigeria, about 20% of their lands for them to leave. Buhari declined it on the first tenure. Now he's the second tenure, and they are ready to take it by force. That was why when Obaseki came the other day, he brought it out, and we fought against it. We fought against it by rally and everything, and we succeeded for now. So look at the other day in Benin. They are trooping in every day by day with trailer load of Fulanis. And these guys are well-trained soldiers. These guys are well-trained militants. They are trooping into our city every day by day. And not only in Benin, all over the South, all over the Southwest, up to Calabar. They are occupying every day by day. You know, we cannot keep quiet. You know, I must tell my co-panelists that we have to be serious. We have to speak up because what we are seeing, 90% of our people back home are not seeing it. You know, mostly there is no light, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no communication system that will make them to see it. So the few of us that have the opportunity to see it, we should speak up. We should tell our loved ones that they should be ready. You know, this is what they are planning to do.
So, Engineer Ken, how do you say we can actually prepare? You know, everybody keeps saying you have to prepare, this is going to happen, you have to prepare, this is coming, that is coming. How do we actually prepare?
Okay, this is how we're going to prepare. Number one, don't housing them. Don't give them house for rent.
Okay.
Refuse if you have a property that they want to rent it for their business. Refuse them and arm yourself to the teeth. Arm yourself to the teeth. Mark this word of mine. But before the ending of this year, the Nigerian police is going to raid Nigeria and ask people to submit their weapons. That there are too many weapons flying around Nigeria. People should bring in weapons. If you have an illegal weapon in your house, if you don't bring it, if we bust you, you're gonna be arrested. Blah 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 blah. That is what they're going to do because they want their own way. By the time they now disarm the citizen, we will not have power, we will not have weapons to defend ourselves. Market is going to start ringing bells very, very soon. Very, very soon. You know, it's going to start ringing very, very soon. So my take in all this mess is this. All whatever that they are doing right now, Peter Obi, this guy from Imo, or was it Rochas or Culture, the man Ibebe is in, all these are all political games. They are all political games that they themselves have set up, you know, to play. We should not fall for it. We should not fall for it at all. You know, we should prepare ourselves for the next war that is about to amaze to that land. You know, we should prepare ourselves. You know, my fear is this. You know, Edo that I came from is not ready. It's not ready. We are being divided among ourselves. You know, some of us are betrayers. You know, some of us are not ready. You know, because of poverty. You know, and another thing again, we should use opportunity to sanitize our families. Let's spread this war. Let this word of war that is coming. Let's tell them that Okorocha is coming. That they should be ready to themselves. Like the other day, my childhood friend was spoke. He says, "Man, I've not shoot a gun in my entire life." I said, "Okay, if you cannot afford it, go and buy cutlass. Buy as many cutlass you can buy." Or I face my house. It's not a protection. Put cutlass in every entrance of your house, so that by the time they chase it to your front door, you pick a cutlass. If you run to your back door, you pick a cutlass. If you run to your gate, there's a cutlass for you there waiting for you to use. You know, so we should be ready because these guys are ready. Look at what happened in Lekki. Look at what happened in Lekki. That young man were killed because of 100 naira. And who did this thing? It was the Fulani. They did it. They killed him.
You can't say for sure. You can't say for sure because it was a collective effort. So you can't say for sure.
They are the one. They are the one. This thing will not run by the Yoruba boys or the Yoruba men or Igbo men. You know, I'm a sister. Let me tell you, I know these people too good. I know them too good. I school in the north. I know them too good. Whatever I'm saying in this our platform 2 years ago, I said it that they're going to use a door for a camping zone. They did not believe that people were calling in that, oh, this man is too rough, this man is too this, is too that. What are we now passing through now? If Elvis can go back to that broadcast, he will bring it out and let the world hear my voice again. That I spoke about this, that they're going to use Edo as a camping zone. And today now, Edo is a big camp for them. We cannot push them out. Our people right now, they are not in the farm anymore. They are not in the villages anymore. They all run back to the city. They run down to the city. You now ask me, how will the election take place? In your constituencies, there's nobody there to vote. That means they're going to ring the election. So, my dear, my goal in this, that we should say the facts. We should stop romancing this government, because this government is a scam. This government is a corrupt. We don't have leaders in that country. All of them, including Adam Saliu Somole, they're all criminals. Where is the water storm project money? Efcc, they are hearing us right now. Osomole is relaxing his house in Abuja. Where is that money? Where is that money? Obaseki was the head of the administration. Where is that money? So our goal is this: we should drag these people out the way we could. If we can, we should be ready for the worst. We should be ready. Thank you, Nigeria, for this great opportunity.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer Ken, for that. We're going to move to Chris. Chris, what do you have to say?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity again. I want to focus on what Peter B said. The fact that he said he is not actually desperate to become the president of the country, and that he's just interested in seeing Nigeria and Nigerians progress. So I understand that statement alone shows how desperate he is to be the president of the country. Like, these people can say anything. They can say anything to get to that particular position they always crave for. They can say anything. Imagine Buhari back then. He came out to promise us that he was going to make $1 equal to 1 naira. Then, if anyone could remember, we know all those talks then, and how he also promised us a secure country, a country where we can boldly say that we are protected. But today we know what it is now. We are seeing how secure we are. We are so secure to the point that we hail him every day. We boldly hail him, like he's doing so well, So it just goes to show that these people are just toying. They are just tossing us here and there. You understand? But I know to solve this problem with Nigeria, we need to first of all decipher. We need to first of all understand the problem. To get a solution to the problem, actually, we need to first of all understand the problem here. The problem with this whole situation now is the fact that we are too, I don't know, we are mentally down. It's more like a deliberate act now for the politicians to keep us so broke, so financially broke, to the point that during election periods, they know exactly where to point. They know exactly the buttons to click just to make us vote for them. They know that we are financially down. They know that we do not have pence in our pockets. They know how broke we are as Nigerians, and they are the ones that kept us in that position, in that situation, so that it will be easier for them to get us to vote for them. You understand? Anyone can easily, trust me, 10 years from now, the next president that will be coming up to campaign again, 10 years, 20 years from now, if we do not do something about this, the next president that will be coming up again to campaign will also be coming up with promises of trying to equate naira to dollar, or trying to subsidize fuel, or trying to do one or two things to ensure that the economy moves fine. Because I assure you that if we keep going with this APC back to PDP, PDP back to APC, if we keep doing this same thing over and over again, we will never arrive at that point. I don't know how long we have to keep making this mistake before we understand that these people are playing games with us. They are just playing games with us. They are playing games with us. They can do anything just to get this power. And it's not to our own best interest. It's just to satisfy their selfish ego, and whatever it is they have to satisfy. These people are just too wicked, too desperate, and heartless. They do not care about the common Nigerian. So we don't have to pay attention to what P2B is saying. I would suggest that we properly sanitize every single Nigerian in this nation, because I think we all need proper sanitization right now, because these guys have so corrupted. It's more like anywhere belief face now they be front in this country now. You understand? So anywhere the money comes from, anywhere there is a proper anywhere the promise of making the people live fine. Any party that comes on a better promise, or a better way of trying to convince the people that they are going to live fine when they get into the position. Anybody that makes the best promise among all of them gets to win the vote of Nigerians. It's more like that always. It's just between these two parties. But I don't know why we Nigerians find it difficult to look beyond these two parties. Is it so difficult to just look beyond these two parties and try to focus on other areas? Other parties, other people, every other place except just PDP and APC. Why is it so difficult for Nigerians to look beyond these two parties? Why exactly is it so difficult? That is one question I've always been asking. I don't really understand why we cannot look beyond these two parties. And that is why this same mistake continues to occur, and as in it is just a reoccurrence of the past. It's actually, we are actually deteriorating, so it's just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going down until when we are at that point, if we are not already there, at that flat bottom, if we are not already there. So we have to try as much as possible to look beyond these two parties, because this is where the first step to our promised land starts. This is just the first step to the promised land. That's what I think. I think we just have to look beyond these two parties and look beyond these people coming with these two parties, coming up to come and give us fake promises and talk the way they want to talk, just to ensure that Nigerians vote for them. So that's just my take on this. I don't really know why we just keep voting for these two parties. It's annoying, seriously.
Thank you so much, Chris. I can feel the passion in your voice. I mean, if you live in Nigeria, okay. We're getting a caller right now. I'm just going to take that later. If you live in Nigeria and you can understand why Chris is so passionate about what is happening in the country, it's really, really sad. These people have succeeded in making us so poor that whenever they are campaigning, anybody they give a bag of rice or a bag of beans or a tuber of yam, we just have to vote there, because Nigerians are so hungry. They literally just want to feed. Anyways, let's move to Mr. Leftis, please. Oh, sorry, Mr. Oh, okay. The caller has ended the call, but just go on, Mr. Leftis.
Yes, thank you very much. I was actually this Nigeria problem no go kill me, or no go kill person. I was actually just listening and enjoying myself, because the problem not the
You know they finish, oh.
problem not the finish. But I just want to quickly correct our brother engineer Ken. Like he said, we shouldn't give Fulani people a house. It's not about giving their house that is the problem. No, even the most Fulani people, the real Fulani people, they don't even stay in the houses. They stay in the forest. It is the legitimate ones that do business that stay in the houses. The illegal ones they don't stay in houses. They stay in the forest. So that is not it's not the way forward. Just like some of us are also stay in the northern area. they will say we don't give them house. No, that is not the issue, whether you give them house or not. I think the best way to go is for us to do the right thing to do. Whether you give them house, you live among them, it doesn't matter. It's for you to know the right thing to do, know your rights. And there's this from supporting bad candidates, and this is from encouraging them. This is from taking money from them when you know, yes, this is who they are. Know them. No, no, this is not what we want. If they give you money, don't take. Tell them what you want. At a time in Edo State where I grew up, when we were little, sometimes you'll be offered a rich man will cook. Nobody will go there to eat. Nobody will go there to eat. And that's like a cost to him. He will give you money, nobody will want to take. I think we should go back to these old days when we still have conscience and dignity. When we know what is good, we don't just do things because people are doing it. When we want the best for everybody, if you know a bad person, desist from supporting such person. Desist from taking whatever the person gives to you because you want to chill, you want to bam bam, you want to belong. Because all these things will not help us. That is the problem we are having. Like you said, we don't like ourselves. It's not like we don't like ourselves. The truth is greediness. Most of us are very greedy because the elites have designed that template to make hunger our portion. As such, when they give us anything we want to take, say, an opportunity. No, whatever they are giving you is not going to sustain you for 2 years, 3 years. They are just buying your conscience to continue to rule and kill you. That is just my advice. I'll keep telling Nigerians to do the right thing. We all know the right thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leftist. Let's move to Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Thank you, Mrs. Kachi. Thank you very much, all those who have contributed.
Yes, Miss Kachi, please, not Mrs. Kachi, Miss Kachi.
Sorry,
No,
Miss Kachi.
my career, I beg. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay, valid, no first. Madam Kachi, you don't like Mrs.
We're having a caller, please. Please let's take this call.
Hey, Pa.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Ninja Watch today.
Hello.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Ninja Watch today.
Papa, I'm calling from Sweden.
Oh, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah. Okay. Allow me to go to the case or not? Yeah. Contribute to. Is it my support for Nigeria? What we need now is a referendum of we don't need a president right now. We don't need a president in the country right now.
Okay.
So there's a referendum to vote for a separate ways, like a regional, like a prime minister in every region.
Okay.
That we need, whereby we feed the capital city. Instead of capital city to be feeding the state. So that's what we need now, because we don't need a president. If Peter Obi comes in, my favorite candidate of Nigeria to be Nigerian president, the next president is Peter Obi.
Okay.
If it's Peter Obi, they cannot go. They're not going to do anything. The way the Nigerian system is structured, they cannot go. Nothing is going to work in that country. So what we need in that country right now, in my opinion, we need a referendum for all regional people to go separate ways, so that everybody can build his own resources to develop his whole region. That's my opinion. What to contribute.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, our caller just said Nigeria doesn't need a president. What we need is for Nigerians to go their separate ways. Let's move to Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Thank you once again, and I'll try to be very cautious of what I say. I can use the word madam for now, just to make sure I don't make the mistake. I'm sorry about that. Please, the one thing I want to say, let us try to stick to the topic, and so that our viewers can also know what we are heading to, because when we keep moving out of track and putting other things, it doesn't just make it look as if we are actually making headways here. So for me, I believe we've all spoken. The current situation in Nigeria, whereby our leaders are playing on the loopholes, and the reason why they don't want to amend that loopholes is because they use it for their own benefit. So that if it works, if they keep closing that loophole, you and I are going to understand that there's problem here. And take, by the grace of God, people in diaspora who has seen a proper democracy, what is good for citizens and also the leaders as well, be held accountable by its own citizen. So that is why we are talking today, to make sure that the Nigerians who are back home, they know that there's a broken foundation. And this is why the first time I came on this stage, this channel to speak, then my first thing was to tell them that the foundation was wrong. Because until we know that, then we are not making headways. And I want to go back to what my Honorable Okaigbe said earlier. He said the problem is we, the Southerners, and especially we, the diasporans. And he made mention of one thing, what I said yesterday, that if Nigeria wants to change, we need a revolutionarist, which he made mention of the person I called yesterday, which was Valentine Stresser, who was the youngest president of Sierra Leone at the age of 25. You know, thank God he said that we need a revolutionarist, somebody who can take the bull by the horn. We are not talking about the leaders who just say, give me power, give me power, give me power. If you give me, I will do it. These are not the kind of rhetoric Nigerians need today. We need somebody who has a strategy, somebody who has a roadmap, somebody who knows what a constitution actually means for its own citizen. Somebody who understands that being a leader does not put you above everybody in the land. You are also subject under the rule of law. So what we are trying to say here, that he now understands that we, the younger generation, we need to find a roadmap for ourselves, because we cannot be under these leaders who are absolutely clueless, who does not understand also what a system is. And that is why we are roving around like that, suffering like that of the Bermuda Triangle. Now, my only advice is for us to vote a proper person that we actually see Nigerians and give Nigerians what a proper democracy is. And that is why I stick to policies of Omoyele Sowore, saying the first thing I have to do is to make sure I change the constitution that will suit all Nigerians, irrespective of your tribe and wherever you come from. So you will be included in the constitution, and the constitution belongs to everybody. Then if it doesn't work, then we should give room for, referendum. It's like a marriage. If it doesn't work, then you go on your separate ways. These are the things, that roadmap of things we want to do. Then you start bringing policies that will make sure that we carry the Nigeria forward. We want to be talking about things like greenhouse gas. You don't hear things like that from the politician. Give me power, give me power. Now let me want to feed do one. If I not feed do, I go put it. Are those kind of rhetoric we want now? That you are talking to a primary 2 student, a primary 2 people. No, this is not what we want. And look at the government that EPA is saying that they have done well. I was listening to Femi Gbajamila yesterday. The way he was speaking like the way EPA was speaking. This administration has done well enough. This is the same administration.
Please go ahead. We're just
This
having
is the
another
same
caller.
administration that said they were going to fight corruption. Corruption was their first thing in their manifesto. What happened? The rest was history. And we just heard that this same administration has given pardon to ex-governors who looted billions of money. He gave them pardon. So those people who stole fork and knife by the roadside, who are lavishing in Kuje and Oko prison, they have not been given pardon. So why is it now those ones that steal millions are not being prioritized? You see, this is why we now see ourselves, it looks as if we are in a kangaroo state of government. Where is the fairness? And yet we are preaching democracy, the rule of law, when they don't even understand what the rule of law states. It's a pity. And you see all Nigerians, whenever they want to govern, Babake, now you gotta go, nothing do you. But yet you are still finding yourself in an analog system of government, whereby a country like Comoros or even Sao Tome and Principe is even more advanced than Nigeria. Now, who break our wings safe? Come on, Liberia, Sudan, go come begin the phone jagabam for where we did. It's a shame. Nigerians, we need to wake up. We need to start thinking of a way forward. Not all this 50 kg bag of rice they gave you. Say, Baba, carry on. No, nothing do you. You know, it will never lead you to anywhere. Please, it is time we vote somebody who wants a better future for you, for our children, and for our children's children. Thank you very much, Nigerians, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. I just want to say something quickly about what you said about our government being clueless. Personally, I don't think they are clueless at all. I really think they know exactly what they are doing, because these people, they travel abroad, they travel every time, they see how things are being done over there. They see the roads, they see the infrastructure, they see everything. I just feel they're just being wicked on purpose. They just choose to make us hungry. Okay, we're having a caller. Sorry, please hold on. Hello, good evening. Thank you for calling Ninja Watch today.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for picking my call. My name is Chris and I'm calling from Dublin. Good evening to everybody in the panel. So many issues have been raised here, but I just want to touch on all of them briefly.
Okay.
And the first is that if I'm on the if I sincerely be very disappointed with the comment
What?
If I remember your hand at the Buhari Karu, we knew what he did in the 80s, how he completely destroyed the economy. But I'm surprised when he came and made the dollar, he enforced discipline and everything. We knew that he was just selected. At least just one simple example. He came, he took over power, he said the government took over power from what corrupt. And he sent Nnamdi Azikiwe to live imprisonment. And Shagari is brother. He put Shagari under house arrest. So now I'm telling you, guy, this idea of keep praising Buhari respective of the damages this man has done to this country, I don't know where it's coming from. And correction, 2015, he never won the election. Jonathan just decided for peace to reign, to hand over power to him. So that's just that. The concerning issue of Peter Obi and the identity, in my view, Peter Obi is just trying to be politically correct. But no matter what it is, he is a good man. We just have to accept that Peter Obi is a good man. Even if he's in the PDP or whatever, but he's not as bad as the other core politicians. He seems to be different. Then my brother had just finished speaking. You know, when he was talking, I was just smiling and laughing. And that's Machiavelli. You know, when Machiavelli take in such a way that it makes as if everything is already in shape, everything is already okay. It's not possible to bring in somebody who come and change everything. It's not just possible for somebody like a Showore to win the election for now. The only thing that will make that possible is when everything is going to be free and fair. And we know the cabal, the Malawi, and these guys, they are not going to just hand over power like that. It's flat out. It's never going to be. Nigeria is already in a deep state. We are already in a deep state. And the only thing that can save us is restructuring. We have different mindset from these people in the north. What they have on their mind is very simple. It's about power. And even the downtrodden in the north, they don't speak against their leaders, unlike we do in the south. So this has been a very major disadvantage to us in the south. Imagine in 2015, everybody in the south, the vast majority of people in the south, we condemn what the Jonathan government was doing. But imagine what Buhari's government is doing now, which is not kind of work that was on the Jonathan's government. But the people in the north, they are typically around him because all they understand is they want power. Once they get power, they think that is all. So we have two completely different from two different people in that case. And that is why the people can keep having power. Because they don't see those people selling their own leaders. It's not as if it's a good thing. It is not. But the kind of state we are in Nigeria, it becomes a very important advantage to them because all they care about is this person is our own. So we have to vote him. We have to vote him irrespective of what the person has done. Imagine all the atrocities, all the evil Buhari has committed. Imagine all the northerners, all the criminals, everything they have stolen. Yes, you don't hear about them. It's only the South you hear about with Efcc and everything. How much did they spend on Logan's home? And they chief justice, the chief justice of the federation was just removed from the office as just like a common criminal. The TSS man, replaced the former Fulani, they replaced him with a Bayelsa man, the director of SSN. And Buhari came back from London and he removed that man. The man did nothing. Imagine the former, what they call that lady now, she was the head of civil service of the Federation. I think she was an Igbo woman. I don't know, they just cook up some because when they installed this man, the pensioned man, and the woman completely exonerated herself. And what they did, they just brought up some chop-up charges and they removed the woman. So how many state plans have they removed from office like that? I'm still very surprised that people that should know, still come out, they have something to say about Buhari. I don't just know where all this is coming from. Somebody was even talking about it when leftists gave the president a very good response yesterday. They were talking about how Buhari constructed railway in Nigeria. Railway from where to where? Railway from Lagos to Kano to Niger, bypassing the people that generate the vast majority of the funds that they used in constructing that railway. So sincerely, I don't know. So in my view, the only solution to this is restructuring. As long as we don't have restructuring, the way the country is structured, the North, they will keep having the upper hand. In the sense that it's not as if maybe they are more ideologically sound, but the way their system is structured, the people will keep voting their leaders, irrespective of whether their leaders are doing well or not. They don't speak up like we speak up in the South. So the solution, like I've said, is restructuring. Now, between Peter Obi, and Showore, who's going to give us the restructuring?
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Our caller here just said Nigeria doesn't need a president again, that what we need right now is restructuring. Thank you so much to the caller. Let's move to Mr. Jimo, please.
You didn't call me. Did you forget me?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I didn't forget you. I'm just saying, I'm just calling the way it's showing on my screen. Woman
No,
of God,
no, no, no. You refuse me and Rita to talk.
Okay,
God,
let me yield to Madam
Mr.
Rita.
Jimo,
No,
please.
it's okay, Pajimo. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I think you know, in the course of the discussion, we have at least moved from the topic a little bit. We've digressed, and let me also join the crew. You see, I think we are talking about the solution to our problems in Nigeria. But I think we need to first go back to history of how this problem started before we can profile solution. The problem did not just start today. This problem actually started right from the handover from the British to the Nigerian government. You know, it started immediately, you know, because when the Nigerian took over from the British, the government at that time started to lower the standard in virtually all areas so that the North could lead. Because in the North, there were not much educated people at that time. So they had to lower the standard because they were in power. They had to lower the standard so that they could lead. And that's exactly where Nigeria got it wrong. It becomes unbalanced load that we are carrying till today. You know, in the case of the army, for example, as you know, I saw this in the biography of the Nigerian First Minister of Defense, Alhaji Muhammadu Ribadu, you know, where he said that the Balewa government at that time find it so difficult and frustrating to find sufficient Nigerian officers in the army that the army needed. But actually, not that we don't have sufficient, the fact was that we the Southerners don't actually want to join the force. And the Northerners were not qualified because at that time, the British made it mandatory. They made mandatory for somebody to have at least 4 credits with English. And that was what they were not able to get. So Balewa had to lower the standard of academic admission, you know, so that they could be able to admit their people from the North. So they lowered this to just 4 passes. And he found it even still difficult to fill the quota in some certain areas. So he ordered further lowering to a teacher's grade 2 certificate or Royal Society of Art stage, you know, stage 2, what they call it at that time. The maximum age of entry was raised from 22 to 25, just to make it possible for areas where schooling started late for them at that time. So the reform make it possible for certain recruits to gain entrance to different security schools. Now, the tragedy of this record, I can tell you, is that this lowering of the standard was even booked as the achievement of Balewa government, which was actually not an achievement. So there are records of 2 rapidly promoted persons, even from civil servants to the federal. When you look at all these, see today, we are hanging there, and they are the ones now today, you know, they are telling us, you know, they are telling us about that we need to end the quota system. There is no need for zoning. They don't even have the right to tell us about ending zoning. Because if we want to end zoning, we should end quota system. There are so many things we need to change. Because we remember those days, we hear the issue of the Kaduna Mafia. They are the cabals of today that we know. They are the cabals of today. They ruled yesterday, they are in power today, and they are the ones teaching us the merit of competence over zoning. As a matter of fact, we the Southerners must come back to the drawing board. We have only 2 ways to go. Either by revolution, which is so difficult because they have seized the security apparatus of the. We the Southerners can't cooperate if today. Let me make an example. If there is a riot on the street, you will see parents calling their children to come in. Come in, I beg, oh, no, go, I don't want, I beg, come inside. But in the North, Once somebody come out, once that their leader comes out to say, look, this man is finished, they will all gather. They won't even ask what happened. You are finished. So for a revolution to take place, we need the cooperation of everybody, which we can't get. That is the basic fact.
Okay.
2, if we all can move into politics, the good people must move into politics. We can't begin to support Sowore from here. We can't begin to support not only those in the diaspora, even people back home. They don't play politics, but everybody keeps saying, let us support Sowore. How? At the end of the day, we will be voting for the people that the cabals has chosen for us. At the end of the day, they bring 2 people from different parties, and that's who we vote for, whether we like them or not. That's on one side. But as a matter of fact, if we look at politics, the way it's being played today, and we believe that APC, PDP, they are not good. Can anyone tell me any political party in Nigeria that is good, that is free from all other leaders that have been in PDP, APC, ABGA, and the rest? Can anyone tell me? If none, therefore, no political party in Nigeria is better than the other because they have all rotated. Look, the reason why nobody is taking the presidential ticket in AAC is because they know they can't win there. They know they can't. Nobody knows that they can't win there because Nigerians don't stand for those who stood for them. Nigerians don't. You know.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jimo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move to Mr. Okundaye, please. Mr. Okundaye, are you ready for us, please?
Yeah.
Now, yes. Let me talk.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Okundaye.
Good evening, Miss Kachi. Good evening, the panelists. Nigeria Watch family.
What of Madam Rita? She hasn't said anything since. Is she
Madam Rita is not backstage for now. When she comes back.
Okay, sorry. Thank you all. I saw the topic EFCC to Rochas Okorocha mansion in Abuja.
Yeah.
Okay. If our people are sensible, what concern Okorocha with Abuja? They did not have Imo State, they did not have Abia State, they did not have Enugu State to build this mansion. We should understand, let us not deceive ourselves. I always surprised when the Satana will be saying Nigeria, Nigeria. Who are the Nigeria? You are killing yourself for the Nigerians. The people that are Nigeria are the Northerners. Please. All we need to be fighting now, we should understand that the British have come and destroyed our lifestyle by putting us and the different people together. What I expect us to be fighting for now is how to bring Kogi out of the north, how to bring Benue out of the north, and make them to realize and make the family continue living in peace. We are all seeing something that the Northerners has the strategies right from time, whether you say they lower it for them to have their people to recruit. If their people were not up to standard, why must they lower it to recruit them? It's because they want their strategies to continue to conquer, as Udman and Fodio tell them, take it to the sea. So they have done all the best they could. They find and they have really check. They are killing people in the north. Boko Haram killing soldiers. Who are they killing? It's the Satanats. Whenever the Northerners are dead, they will not kill. But the moment they are packed all their Northerners away, they will start killing. And our people will be shouting, they are killing us. Instead of, we are not joining soldier because we know that the ignorance of our life is what is killing us in the north. If I were to be a soldier, if you post me to the north, I will say no. I have to defend my side. The north should go and defend the north. Let pack all the north to the north if you see if they will do all this nonsense. Because they are looking for a way to make sure they less us from that country. They less our power so that they can overrun us. Today, you see them on all the streets because they have all that is a strategy because we are not in politics. So they will give back in your community. Tomorrow, they will be contesting for Senate, contesting for House of Assembly. They have conquered us. So let us just understand those tricks. It's how they want to come and conquer in the name of democracy now. If not, they have conquered the military, the police, all the force they have conquered. So they are not conquering in civilian way. That is why they pack every day. They use trailer of load to pack to your community, so that they will start, they will marry your daughter, they will marry your in-law, they will marry everything, start giving birth, they will start to contest. They will, before you know, they will make emir there. Then they will make their mosque. They will now have everything belongs to them. They have said it, they have want to conquer, and they are really conquering us. The people that are ignorant are all the Satanists, whether it is the East Sat, the North Sat, the South Sat, or the West Sat. We are so ignorant of ourselves because we did not like ourselves at all. That is where we see the greed that we are talking about, because we did not like ourselves. Because if we like ourselves, we will have made sure we have been making meeting, and our eye will have opened. I love Ojukwu because Ojukwu set this thing right from time, and that was why he wanted to break the country. But people thought it was an enemy because his eyes were able to see distance. We that are here now, before you know, person will come and here say, I'm not earthly baggot. Why the not are earthly baggot, but you cannot be earthly baggot? Please, please let us see it. The EFCC are catching people. Why are the EFCC not catching their people? Is even if it is Dangote, what do they call it? That we are putting Boba, and did you see that EFCC inviting, not even to put in prison? So we all should understand that. How are we going to do? Look at the greediness in the SAT, or the wickedness that in the SAT. Our people travel every day. They come, you will see bad road, you will see everything. Why the Northerners are using our money to do their road, to do their farm, to do everything in their side? Why our own? We will pack we will use our hand to pack our money and carry to Abuja for them to share, to develop their side.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Okundaye, for that. Thank you very, very much.
You are welcome.
Let's move to Epamonde. Epa, are you ready for
thank you. Now, thank you, Wanna let me. I hope they are not turning this debate to Showore AAC now.
No, it's stated clearly on the screen. EFCC storms Okorocha'S mansion.
Yeah, what we are saying here, what we are talking here is about storming EFCC. I mean, EFCC storming Okorocha'S
Mansion, yes, in
all of a
Abuja.
sudden they just turn it to say the Northerners are not being arrested. But we heard about the Northern leaders too. They too were arrested. The problem we don't understand here, the Northerners, they actually spend their budget, their allocation for their people. Our people in the South steal this money and put it in their pocket. Money their great grandchildren to come will not be able to spend. They steal all of them. Then what baffled me much is about a lot of people in diaspora, especially the young ones. They will come here, especially on Nigeria Watch, and start castigating the elderly politicians. Here's a situation now. This present administration, the leader of this EFCC is a very young man who is charged with the responsibility of checkmating these rogues, these looters, and he could not do anything. Now it's politics time. Now these are the time he's coming out. The man who created this EFCC was Obasanjo to check all this financial crime problem. Okay, if person not fit sleeping with his wife for house, everybody would like to blame her on Buhari. When I go talk, then go say you are APC, you are this, you are that. Here's a situation now, a young man be charged with the responsibility of checkmating looters, robbers, killers. Then nobody's talking. A lot of young people have been there. Let us just dissuade our mind. Let us concentrate on going to the foundation. That is, that foundation is for us to look for one of the leaders of all the aspirants, the one that is ready, that will ask for true federalism, similar to that of America, or break the country. The Igbos want to leave. We all saw what the leader, a very young guy who came out, said they want to break away Biafra. That guy is in prison today. The youth are not rallying around him. They are not talking about that. They are coming to shout Sowore, who have not been tested and proven. This is where I'm baffled. This is where I disagree with all these people, especially those in the diaspora, the very young ones. When a lot of people took over power, people like them Rollins, people like them Idi Amin, they were young people. Nobody is coming to give you power in your house. You fight for it,
Okay.
you ask for it, and you get it.
Okay.
There
Thank
was
you
one
very
young
much,
man.
Monday. Thank you so much for that
You
input.
see
Thank
me when
you.
you go
Please let's move to Mr. Igwe.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
Mr. Igwe.
Good evening, Sister Keshi. How are you? Good evening, panelists.
Very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
We are cool. Thank God for everything.
Okay.
Good evening to everybody. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, the viewers. You see, let me just start. In fact, let me go straight to the topic that is on board for me not to divert away from the topic. You know, it's
Yes.
very good if we can save time and work with time. It's very good to wait for we to be deliberating on the topic that is on board. And secondly, it's very good for we to be, arguing something constructive that we can be able to defend when somebody asks us questions. So that's my advice to every one of us. You see,
Okay.
The lives of Okorocha'S and of the EFCC and of the boss of the EFCC, which is the boss of the EFCC leader, which is a person of Muhammadu Buhari, because he is the boss of the EFCC leaders.
Okay.
They are just trying to fool us Nigerians. You see, we have wise more than this system that they have, that they are trying to. I don't know. I will pull it up. Maybe they are deceiving themselves, not people like us. We should not forget that Rochas Okorocha not today. Rochas Okorocha leave office. Rochas Okorocha leave office in the time of when Magu, person of Magu, was the leader of EFCC. They did not saw this marshal in Abuja then, or the marshal were invisible. Rochas Okorocha has been in the APC parties for all this while. He ruled 8 years under APC parties. Buhari did not see him to call into question. The EFCC did not see him to call into question or to storm at his own mansion in Abuja. You see, these people, they are just deceiving themselves, not us. Because they are doing this thing just to bring the feathers of the Okorocha'S down in the race of the presidency 2023. These are what they are doing. Because I remember they invited the EFCC leader in a China television, and they were saying something that they are waiting for the INEX, to give them the link of going ahead, in the sense that the INEX to give them informations of everybody that have come, take the ticket, and from there they will now go ahead and carry on of their operations. See, the former EFCC leader, president of Magu, as at about 3 weeks ago, the Buhari have made him to be the assistant commander of AIG. You understand me now? The person of what they call him, the former ministers of what they call it, minister of defense. He make it to be an ambassador to one country here in Africa, whether Benin Republic ambassador. So
ambassador to Nigeria, Benin Republic.
To Benin Republic. So these people, they are deceiving themselves. We are Western more than this. We should know what they are doing here. They are just doing this one to just make us to know that the EFCC is working. The EFCC are not doing anything. Why does the EFCC does not go after this masses all this while? When Okorocha'S come out and told Nigeria that he was the only governor for the all 36 states, only the governor that his state is owing security votes, that all the security vote for 8 years, and it is not used there for the state, that Imo State is only security vote. They did not come out. Now they are coming out, and somebody is telling us that EFCC is a young guy. Let's forget about that one. We're not talking about the lives of the old people. Yesterday I said something. I scored body 40% yesterday. Does not mean that I'm a person who when you do 100 out of 100, if you do 60 bad, I will tell you you're bad, and your 40 good, I will tell it to you. Are you getting it now? But in terms of these areas of corruption, Buhari administration is the most worst administration so far in terms of corruption. Look at the what they call it, the Akata General office. Akata General office back to back. In Nigeria, I begin to see that back to back Akata General, two Akata General back to back has been whole responsible for corruption. The former one was only 6 million, I mean 6 billion. 6 billion, which he returned back to the federal. Nobody knows where that money entered today. This very one has the holding a corruption of 80 billion. 70 hours in 17 hours in London, in UK, 70 something hours in what they call it, northern side of the country. Then 20 something hours in Dubai. The same thing with Magu. The former what they call it, Burata. So these people, they know what they are doing. They are just trying to form one thing or the other. And I said it yesterday. All these things that they are doing, all these things, what is giving them this room to operate like this is that our constitution that forced in us by the military. Just from what brother John James was trying to explain before. This is what bring about. Do you know that to contest as Nigeria president, you only need a secondary school, what they call it, qualification to become a Nigerian president. So they bring it law for the northern people to come, enable them to participate on the system of Nigerian system of government, enable them to achieve their goal. Are you getting it now? They have achieved under this Buhari regime. Understand me now? So this case of EFCC and Rochas Okorocha is not going anywhere. Many that they have caught before, we don't know where all the old things have been switched under the carpet. This one too is not going anywhere. They are still going to switch under the carpet. At the end of the day, Rochas will still go scot-free. It will still be working on the street. It happened to Ameshina. It happened to Sibanjo. Sibanjo denies his own. Ameshi denies his own. On their own building, their own houses. So they're not going anywhere. At the end of the day, they're still going to switch the matter under the carpet. We, the Nigeria, and it's very painful that we are not even united. Nigeria, in fact, the South, the South are not united. The Northern people are united more than the South. So I rest my case from now that they are just bullying themselves, not us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Igwe. Thank you so much. Please, let's move to Madam Rita, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kachia. I'm just going to make it brief.
Okay,
First of all, I would like to respond to Palmonde. Palmonde, Domosa, sometimes I find it kind of, with all due respect, I feel kind of embarrassed for you when you come and try to paint something a different color than what it is. You made different instances of, people don't respect the older politicians, or we're kind of like trying to argue with you. See, the issue I have with the old crop of politicians, I know you're a very young man, but you've been in the political scene for a very long time. And the problem is, the problem is, the likes of you, Pa Monday, is, I'm saying it with all due respect, the likes of you, you are refusing. You're refusing to know that we have to go to a different phase. You are refusing to know that this is a new generation and things have to change. You are refusing to understand the pains of this generation and where we are desperately, I use the word desperately, trying to change the status quo, trying to change the system of government, trying to change the mindset. Basically, sir, I think it's just the mindset. It's just the mindset. Even if you belong to a party and then you want to really, you are whatever anybody says, regardless of what it is, you want to be like the Republican that keeps quiet even when Donald Trump was talking BS. It is not right. I mean, okay, you want to bring morals into it, sir. Epa, Emma, it is not right. And you talked about bringing them EFCC guys, a young guy, and all that. Let us be true to ourselves now. Come on. Why is it that after Magu left, the caliphate, she brought somebody from the north again to head the EFCC? What does that tell you? Do you realize that in so many parastatals we have today, we have seen people of our generation, my generation, heading parastatals. Most of them have no clue. They have no clue about how that parastatal should be run. They are just surrounded by maybe their father or somebody that just placed them there. Unquestionable. Surrounded by people with PhD and masters and everything. They are just placed there. So I see the new EFCC guy as just that. He's old enough to be Buhari's grandson. So if the grandfather calls him, for example, and tells him, okay, this is the person I want you to go and pinch, he will do it now, regardless of what the constitution says or what the position says. You understand? So, so when you keep talking and making it seem like, oh, Buhari's government have tried, it is working somehow, it just makes us like we are insulting our intelligence, sort of. That's how I feel. Let's call a spade a spade. If it's not working, it is not working. Even if you are from APC. And
Thank
I
you,
wanted to say
sister.
something. One thing we have to also realize is that what unites the northern part of Nigeria is Islam. In fact, it's even cropping down even to the middle belt, sort of. I'm talking Kwara, Benue. It's cropping down to the middle. So, but I will just say what unites the northern part of Nigeria is Islam. And that's true. If one of their emirs come to speak to one candidate, they say, Ranka Dede, they will listen to that person out of respect because of Islam, and which they put as their most pivotal ideology above any constitution of the world. That's how they think. But in the South, what unites us? Nothing. Really, even the Christianity, we're not even united.
That the
So
GO.
yeah, that is even like a very that is even like a big reason why we say whatever the case might be, whatever the different parties the northern elites might belong to, but what unites them is Islam. And if somebody wants to influence somebody's decision, all they need to do is probably have an influence from the Sultan or for some emir or from the person's place of origin, and the man bows to it. Case closed. Case
Okay.
closed. So it's unfortunate the way things are. And to be honest, I know somebody. Sorry, I'm just gonna be very quick. I know, to be honest, somebody said, "Oh, why are we talking about APC and PDP? Why is there any other party?" And it's very, very true. But in the reality of what is going on now in Nigeria, even if a new party comes, the bottom line is who is controlling the country, which of the cabal is controlling the country. So even if you bring AAC or any other party, they will not grow. Why do you think? I mean, Showore has been in the political system for a very long time. Why has this party not grown? Haven't you asked yourself? So that is why I think people like Peter Obi from Abga, he now moved to, PDP, because and someone like what's his name, Dele Momodu, they moved to the PDP because they have come to realize. I think Dele Momodu even said it, that even if you want to bastardize APC or PDP, we all know they are Siamese twins. They are birds they come from the same womb. You understand? We all know that. But people like Peter Obi and Dele Momodu, they've realized that in order to get to the mindset of the people's mind who have been compromised with the ideology of either APC or PDP, they're not going to move forward because nobody's going to look at them as anything, even if they have all the money in the world. Nigerians right now, up to the villagers, they only know APC and PDP. Period. So I think that's why people like Peter Obi is even joining this. But it is what it is. Before we get to the stage where other parties will become relevant, somebody has to be part of this, come out of this party, PDP and APC, because it's either of them that's going to be president of Nigeria, except by immaculate intervention. I keep saying it. Except God
Exactly.
does something it's either PDP or APC, and anybody can insult me or say what I want to say. We are going to come back to this
You're
by
right.
God's
You're
grace,
right,
all of us will be
Starita.
alive. We are alive to see what's going to happen in 2023. If an election holds at all, we are going to come back here and talk about whoever the winner is. And it's either going to be APC or PDP. That's just how Nigeria is designed right now. But to break that design is what we have to come together to do. And we have to, put all else together. Say, how can we infiltrate there? Or how can we break it without even infiltrating there so we can move forward? But we are very, very small cluster, unfortunately. Thank
A
you.
third party is already on the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. We're going to go to Brother Nice now. There's somebody at the backstage, Joseph Sunday. Thank you for joining us today. Let's quickly take a call, please. This caller has actually been calling. Let's quickly take this call. Good evening, and thank you for calling Nigeria Watch today. Hello, good evening, please. Okay, I think we lost that caller. Mr. Joseph Sunday, thank you for joining Nigeria Watch today.
Thank you very much.
Where are you joining us from today, please?
I'm joining you guys from Germany.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph Sunday. I don't know if you've been following the show and what we're talking about, please.
Yeah, I'll be following the show and I'll be part of this panelist.
Okay. Please, do you have any contributions as to what we're discussing today?
Of course, very much. I have.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, please.
Let me just come in and be brief on what I have to say.
Okay,
we
please
don't
do.
have. I think we don't have to be bothering ourselves with all these kind of people, because why? Why looting the people's fund for the first time, the money made for the state, why looting it for the first time? All of them are criminal. Let me tell you, my brother, if EFCC boss choose to arrest anybody on the command of anybody, whether the president or not, we don't have to have him to be blamed. We don't have to blame him, because why? EFCC cannot come and arrest me now, for example, if I'm in Nigeria, because why? I have not stolen any public fund and I'm not a criminal. Why will EFCC come after me if I'm not a criminal? Is Rochas only the governor that have ruled and left before? I have some panelists have been saying that why today, why are they still going to his mansion in Abuja today? Is the mansion, has the mansion not be there for long? Why are they not asking him? He has ruled as a governor, has stepped down for long. That is not true. He has ruled as a governor, has stepped down for long. He has been interrogated on this issue in the past. He was granted bail and he jumped bail. He refused to go back and continue with from where he stopped. So the EFCC have right to go and arrest him anytime, any day. I remember vividly while I was in Nigeria some years ago, I released my own cousin brother on bail in Ogida Barrack. When I released him on bail, they asked him to come so day. He refused to go there. And the police came to my house and arrest me forcefully, because why? My brother jumped bail. The person I stood for jumped bail. If Rochas have been released on bail and he refused, when I heard that he was arrested, I went to Chinese TV to listen very well what really happened. It was analyzed. Rochas has been invited when he stepped down as a governor. He went there, they discussed to some extent, and he was released on bail on certain conditions. And the EFCC have invited him, called him to come. He refused to come. So since he refused to come, to him, he has been interviewed also. He said he has no any interview, as in any invitation. Nobody invited him. Nobody will tell you the truth. My own issue on this is this. Why will you loot the money made for the state at first? It's not right for you to be a looter. So if anybody is a looter, that person is not for me, neither you as a common Nigerian. So that person don't want our strength. He don't want us talking. You understand? He is not the witch hunt.
because it's part of these people. It's part of this set of people who are looting Nigeria dry. You cannot tell me today, nobody can come into this program and tell me that Rochas has been withdrawn or he has been demolished politically because the primary is at the corner. No. If he has been free, if he has operated the state the way he ought to be according to the law without looting, we have the problem. No, he would not have the problem. So all of them who have ruled us before, whosoever the EFCC want to arrest, even on the election day, they are free to arrest them. To me, that is my opinion. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Kachi, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, please, who is speaking?
It's Machiavelli.
Mr. Machiavelli, okay,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
Mr. Sunday, with all due respect, I'm not trying to side Okorocha here, but if you are investigating a matter, and it therefore goes to the court, and you are aware that a suspect is not guilty until it's been proven by the court of law, you understand that? So if actually they've investigated, I know that he has been going there on and on and on. Okorocha has been going there for more than three or four times now. So it should be already arraigned in the court. If this investigation is costing the Nigerian taxpayers money, they should just put the case so that the court can decide if he's guilty or not. Instead of putting it on the TV, using it to, they divide us or try to make us know what is. But we are not concerned. But our concern now is we are now looking at it like some other people might look at it like a witch hunt. Some might not look at it because it is almost close to where he has to go for screening.
Okay,
but why
Mr.
is it now?
Machiavelli,
This is my question.
Mr. Machiavelli, please, we're having a caller. We'll go back right to your question, please. This caller has actually been calling for long. Hi, good evening. Thank you for calling Niger Watch today. You're calling from where, please? Oh, okay. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please, is it possible you can speak up so we can hear you properly? Okay, back to you, Mr. Machiavelli. Please, what was the question you were about to ask?
My question was that why is it now that they want to go and arrest him? This guy has been going to the EFCC for I think more than 3 or 4 times, if I can vividly. He's not a new person to the EFCC. Why have they not arraigned him? If he's a part of an investigative panel, they should have investigated and submitted to the judiciary committee so that they can, if there's a case against him, then he goes to face the court. If he's found guilty, let him go to jail. Instead of using it, why is it now? All this during the screening, this is the question we are asking. We're not saying that they shouldn't loot money. Whether they loot money, it is the judicial system of government that will determine if the person is guilty or not, because they interpret the law. So the EFCC are just there to make the investigation. But they have not come out to tell us what is the problem now, because we are only hearing from Okorocha when I made my statement. So my own take is whoever is found guilty should go to jail. But why are they using Nigerian taxpayers' money to do this whole thing?
All right, thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Please, let's take this call. The caller just called back, please. Oh, hello. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, I'm calling from Dublin.
Oh, thank you so much. What's your name, please?
My name is Moitia Obiamie, calling from Dublin, Ireland.
Thank you so much for calling today. Have you been following the show? What are your contributions?
Yes, I've been following the contributions on the show. You see, for me, I'm of the opinion, because you see, when they said they came to Okorocha'S house to arrest, you see, without having experience of such issues. You see, there are some high-profile cases. Our special security agents have right to arrest you without even arrest warrant. It's just like the FBI, the CI5, the M15 in the UK. They have right to arrest you without arrest warrant. But these are special police forces. Okay, now coming to the country in general, for me, all the contributions they've been making, fine, they are okay, but I'm of random because you see, you cannot, uneducated and educated person cannot ally together. You see, that's our problem. Who are we going to hold accountable? You see, let's make a referendum for the constitution to be changed so that the state will have authority. The state will have authority. From there, we will know who is, we will know those to hold accountable. Because
Okay, thank you very much to that caller. This is like the fourth person now saying, "Oh, Nigeria doesn't need a president. What we need is restructuring, or Nigeria should just divide." Thank you so much for that input. Mr. Machiavelli asked a question, please.
Yeah.
Who's going to answer that?
Ms. Kachi, Machiavelli have finished answering the man.
No, it was Joseph Sunday to respond. Yeah, I was just
No,
asking him
Mr.
a question.
Machiavelli is the one that asked the question.
Yeah. It's Joseph Sunday to respond. I'm not saying it's just a question.
I am to respond, please.
Miss Kashi, you have not been speaking since. You called my name and you did not call me anymore.
Okay,
please, sir, wait for your turn.
Guys, please. Guys, please. Okay, thank you very much. Brana's was actually supposed to talk before we got interrupted. So
yeah, later they interrupted me.
Please go ahead,
okay.
Branice.
Yeah, I want to ask that brother, the brother that spoke last. I want to ask him a question now.
Joseph,
the one he asked before, you are not allowing me to answer. You want to ask another one? Why not just patient?
It's you that ask question. It's you that ask question.
Answer the two together.
Mr. Joseph, please just calm down. Just listen to Branice's question so you answer both together. Please, thank you very much. Branice, go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, you said you did not have you don't have problem with EFCC arresting anybody that is corrupt. Okay, why is it that it's only people from the south and the south? Why is not that? Why can't they arrest the ones that is corrupt in the north? Or there's no politician that is corrupt in the north? What about Ganjuma that used to spray the money of the state around? Used it to go to party, and he said he's a Gandola. His name is aka Gandola. Why can't they prove that one?
It's not Ganduje.
Ganduje.
Is that the question?
Yeah, that is my question for you first, before I will speak.
Okay, can I? Okay, please let's respect each other's opinion. Let's listen to each other very carefully. Now, the first question was that why now? I answered earlier. I told you you cannot tell the security agency when to arrest somebody who is under investigation. I gave you an example. I cited an example. I released my cousin on bail. Because I released him on bail, because the government have to come in, like the police agency have to do some investigation. They release him on bail based on the law. The constitution said you cannot arrest somebody.
How many months that investigation take?
I'm coming, sir. You let person talk, please.
Please, can you allow Mr. Joseph talk? You asked the question, please just allow him answer the question. We're working on a time here, please. Mr. Joseph, please go on.
Go ahead.
Because the constitution says you cannot arrest somebody and keep him for more than. Please listen to yourself and let's hear each other, please. You cannot arrest somebody and keep him more than 48 hours without charging such person to the court. Now, I release somebody on bail, and he refused to go back to go and listen to the police on how the investigation is going for. The day he was asked to come, he refused to go there. They stoned my house without any information and got me arrested because stood for him. You understand? He jumped bail. So in this very case, if Rochas is on investigation and you are asking me why not just sue into court, you cannot tell the security agency when to conclude their investigation or when to sue somebody to court. That is their own department. They know what to do. I am not in the position to say this is the time they're supposed to. If I am saying it, I'm just assuming on my own personal idea, which you have just asked me a question that have no answer. That is number one. My brother, you said Ganduje. Why have they not arrest Ganduje? Let me tell you, it is not also true that they are only arresting the South people with EFCC. The Northerners has also been arrested. Now, if you watch news, you will know, you will be aware of it. Ganduje cannot be arrested now based on our constitution. I'm coming, sir. I'm coming. Ganduje cannot be arrested now based on our constitution. If you are conversant with our constitution, any governor, president, deputy, or vice president, when they are in power, they are covered with immunity. When they step down, they can be investigated or arrested. Now, this is the more reason Ganduje cannot be arrested. It does not mean that I'm standing for Ganduje or deciding or siding him. I've said it earlier. Anybody who has stolen, you cannot tell the EFCC or the police when to arrest. To me, they can be arrested anytime, even on election day. They deserve it because they don't mean well for you and I. That is what I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, let me finish my conversation because I just asked that question.
Okay,
Hello?
please go ahead, brother. Nice.
I'm here. Engineer Ken
we know you are there.
Please.
Engineer Ken, we know you are there. You are just coming. So, as we were saying, this what I see is that we should all those ones that we are saying we are out of point. Election is by the corner. Let us come together.
Place us on point.
Let us come together. Let us work with Showore. Let Showore become the president of the Nigeria so that we can make Nigeria a better place for you and I to live. Let us change this system because this system is bad. The foundation of the system of Nigeria, if we cannot change it, we will not have a better Nigeria. You understand? We need to change the system. We need to take all these politicians away from power. That is oppressing us, that is using tribalism and all to oppress us. We need to change them. We need to take them away from power. For what I believe, some people are still saying that the AAC party is too young, is not know this, that. No, we need to work with that party. We need to build that party so that party can be equivalent with APC and AAC and the APC. You understand? We need to work with Showore. Me, the only thing that I believe, even though APC, I know that PDP and APC are the prevalent parties that I know that they are the most superior party in Nigeria for now. But I prefer to give my vote to Showore, to AAC.
Okay. Thank you very much, bro. Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, bro. Nice. Let's move to Engineer Ken, please. Engineer Ken, you're up.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Engineer Ken, you're up, please.
Yeah, thank you, Engineer. Showore will be a perfect candidate, a perfect man to run Nigeria. But my bet is this: Showore has no more power. He has no money.
Can forget bots. Vote
Hold on. When you were talking, you were given the platform to talk. So now it's now my turn, and you have to please mute everybody. So the thing is this: Showore is a great guy. He's my personal close friend. But Showore they will not allow him to come in. That one is one. Two, Showore has no money to run election. Nigeria election, about 80% depends on your capital. How much do you have to finance it? You know, you have to pay people to go door to door to knock for you, to go villages to knock for you. You have to pay media stations to publish you out every day. Surely have no finance to run it, and nobody's backing him up to support him financially. That one is one. And two, we need someone that is ruggedly a soldier, that is ready to fight if necessary. Surely has no army by his side that is ready to crack gun if it happens. You know, to me, Shawole will come in after the next person that is going to shape Nigeria. To shape Nigeria right now, you know, for this 2023 election, either to Midwest region or the way it used to be before, or to reshuffle Nigeria, or to break Nigeria apart. We need someone that is heartless, someone that is a madman, someone that has money like them, and someone that has army that is ready to crack his gun if necessary. Someone that is ready to break heads if necessary. That person, the only man I see that is ready for that is Ezewike.
Okay.
So
I think, Engineer Ken, I think you have made that very clear. For every time you talk to
hold on. Let me round off.
Okay, please.
Ezewike is the only perfect candidate for now that is ready to solve Nigeria problem if given the ticket of PDP. Then after Ezewike, someone like Shawore can now come in, you know, to reshuffle it and to make it nicer. You know, because the way Nigeria is going right now, you know, any man that is not tough and strong will run away like Jonathan. You know, Jonathan gave up because he was scared. Jonathan gave up because he doesn't want to die. Jonathan even said use his own man to say that in his cabinet there are Boko Haram. So Jonathan, his own self, is not a brave man. So let's assume that the man that will have there at that Jonathan time was wicked. That Boko Haram man that is among his cabinet, he will fish them out. You know, and he will reshuffle that country. So for now, the only person I would support, because I know that he's going to do well by reshuffling that country, is Ezewike.
All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Ken, for that. So we're going to be going around again, and we're going to be giving everybody 30 seconds to round up on everything that they've talked about today, so we can bring the show to an end. So I'm going to go back to Mr. Machiavelli. Please, 30 seconds and round up.
Madam, I have been here only once I've spoken, and you have given these people many times. So I don't know why. These Midwest people.
Who is talking, please?
It's Midwest people.
Midwest.
Yeah.
No, but you've spoken twice already.
No way.
Myself, I've spoken only once. So please, let us just.
Only one. I've said that.
Myself too.
So I don't know how they shuffle the whole thing, because I see people talking, and
I'm just going through it the way it is on my screen.
Okay. The problem is that some people come in, they go out, so it cheats.
I sincerely apologize.
Since I've come in, I've never go out. But I think we should take it like that.
No
it is this confusion. Midwest man, you have to.
I'm sincerely sorry for that. I'm just going through it the way it is on my screen, and I had to allow the new people that came in that have not spoken to speak. At least that is why. So I apologize for that. So Mr. Midwest, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say something. Okorocha arrest, there is a political motivation behind it.
Bless you.
So I will tell you one thing.
Okay.
We need to understand that we are dealing with people that are very, very intelligent. They understand the weakness of the South. And remember, the Southern Nigeria was created by the British.
Benin was the capital city for 6 months. And today, I think some area called, I can say Calabar area, then it was Calabare something, was the capital city for 14 years. Now, upon bringing the north, they dissolved the north, they dissolved the south, and create east and west. This boundary has been a problem. Even for the years of colonization, most of indigenous people of the southern people were not happy about the displacement and what their ancestors suffered. So when we got the independent, even before we got the independent, like what Okundaye said, I debunk it. We are in a class trying to educate people. We should be very careful about propaganda. Usman and Fodio, there is never a place he said they will come and put Quran in the water. Have that one in your mind. And there is never a place the Northerners said they water education down for their people to score the lowest mark. When the Southern people ask for the independence of the country, the first person was Anthony Enaro, which is from Edo State today, from Edo Central. And when he asked, that act carried death penalty. But yet he was brave enough. If you look at your country today, because of the way they structure Nigeria, nobody wants to remember him for his braveness because it's not from the major tribe of the South or maybe from the North. These issues are there. Until we have to start treating some issue in the South, this issue that led us to distrust among ourselves. There is no way Fulani will not going to be having the upper hand because we don't really care to know why. Why can we be having North? We're not having West and East. What happened to the indigenous people who used their own life to fight them for 14 years? So we need to talk. These people were not happy. So this mark you are talking about, if you go and look at the interview, what the British did, there was one British journalist who came, they were interviewing him, how they were able to cajole the first president, Dr. Nwadi Azikiwe. You know, they capture him just the way what they are trying to do to your leaders in the South today with EFCC. Now they will not bring a file of Okorocha before him. Now Okorocha will come out from this detention and come and serve the will of the master. The will of the master now is to make sure he hand over power to a northerner, not the southerners. So this is what's going to be happening to your politicians, except you have to talk to them. So that mark issue you are talking about, when we asked for this independence, the northerners rejected being in Nigeria. They want to be a northern person. So that is the clear history. Go and read your book, you will start seeing it. So even when you look at some of their interviews, they were not ready. The Southerners were putting pressures on them and Pan-African people, and they now presented their worries. They said, my people are not educated. They are just nomadic. The Southerners agreed to say this will be your scores. This is where they started shooting themselves. So we need to look at where we are coming from. So they gave them this privilege. And again, they also guaranteed them their culture. That is when you were growing up as an Edoma, if you are caught with a knife or dagger, police will detain you and persecute you and sentence you as a criminal. A Hausa man or a Northerner man, it is a privilege for that person. Nobody will ever try to arrest them. These are things we offer them. So they have mastered it. They have understood that the South has failed to put their minds together to treat their worries. Now, if you look at that South, immediately we got independent, your ancestors as a Benin, the people to those say Midwest and all, they put their head together. They said they don't want to be part of the Yoruba, which is the West. From Asaba to all, the British made sure they were West. So they did a referendum and they got this region. In an attempt to create another region from the eastern part, that is where our problem started from. And the distrust is still there. Until we start seeing people as, we allow people to echo their own view. Ask them, what really do you want? What do you want? We can't impose anything on anybody. Nobody is coming to give us this referendum. Even the Northerners knows very well, referendum will pave a way for good governance, but it may be an obstacle to their agenda of conquest already, which is already moving fast for them. So except we have someone who is brave in the South to tackle this issue, there is no way we're going to have it. Or we're going to have it by barons of guns, which they have already prepared themselves. These guys you see coming up with trailers are barefoot soldiers. It's very unfortunate that I, as an Edo person, I have a governor currently who has divided my people, who has even removed the strength of the people, ability to put their heads together to say, look, this danger is real. Now, your governor want to he pick a pen and start writing what they call a a bill, 20% of your land to be given to people. You don't even want to know what led to it. Money has been exchanged, and these guys are coming with trailer. Do you see him talking? He don't talk about security of his people. Now, if we are in a crisis, today Ukrainians are holding the ground because they were opportune to have the rightful president. When America told him, look, we have a jet for you, we want to take you out, he said, no, I want your support to defend my land. If he has left the land, by now, Russia would have occupied that country. So leaders matters a lot in any situation. If you have a leader in a time of crisis who is mute, quiet, he doesn't want to help, it is very, very dangerous. This is not the time to be telling people you are building. What are you even building? Everything they are building their purse, because those things are illegitimate. It doesn't follow the due process. You cannot even assess them. They cannot account. There's no accountability involved in what they are doing. So that is what I would like to say here. They are still coming for more Satanas, because why? I said before, if the Yoruba were to be sincere and help us, they would have supported an Igbo candidate. That would have paved a unity in the South. Let us go there and discuss it. Rather, they were putting us together, and at the same time, they want a Yoruba. When the Yoruba have rule, is a vice. Then you can see how we have, marginalized the Igbos also. Nobody wants to be sincere with them. So this is the fact. It's just there. We think we can just defeat them easily when they are very intelligent. I keep on saying it. I don't see them like the way people want to describe them, because you speak British English, you thought you are very educated. They were educated before you. History there, they know how to read and write. Your ancestors cannot read and write when the British came. But for them, they can read, they can write, they can communicate.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli.
I disagree with you, Midwest people. I disagree with you.
I don't disagree
That's Midwest. Midwest, God bless you for your.
Don't disagree with Midwest.
I totally agree with everything Midwest is saying.
May God Almighty bless you, Midwest.
Just hitting the nail on the God bless you, sir. Domo, sir. God bless you, Midwest. Domo, sir.
All right, guys. Guys, thank you very much for
your ancestors are proud of you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your contributions.
Thank you. Who is next? Who is next? Is it me? Am I the next one?
Hey, I know if we keep talking from now till tomorrow, we'll definitely have things to say. That's
Okundaye is next, so not the screen. Okundaye is the next.
No, that's how frustrating the
just
country.
Texting you now.
Like I said,
cool down.
Hey,
cool down. We're all family. Cool down. Is it my turn? Ladies first now.
No. Wait, so please.
Okay.
Okundaye. Then.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, we're about to round up the show, but we're going to give everybody maximum of 1 minute to just round up on everything that you have said so far. So please, guys, let's keep to 1 minute. I'm begging you people, please, 1 minute. Let's give to 1 minute. Thank you very much. So the first person on my screen right now is Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. We are kind of digressing history-wise, and thank you very much. What I believe, we are moving forward. We are not retrogressing. So all this history here and there is not going to help matters right now. So whether the ancestor or this one, it's not going to work. So what is going to work is let us have a roadmap in Nigeria that can take us to the promised land. And I've told you before, whether you're going to go and bring history, it is not going to work here. Let us move forward and not retrogress ourselves again. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Okay.
Next person.
Okay, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you so much. I'm really multitasking. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you so much. So the next person on my screen is Mr. Jimo.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jimo.
I don't think I will take up to a minute for this.
Okay.
My conclusion would be that Nigeria problem cannot be resolved by personnel changes. We should start with constitutional amendments or revolution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jimo. Thank you for that short and very nice speech. We're going to move to Brother Nice. Brother Nice.
Yes. Yeah, for my submission is to let Nigerians understand that we need to work together, no division. Let's support Omoyele Sowore and take our country back from these old people.
You are sure.
That's all. This school of history, this school of coming here to take history will not help us. Let's work together. Let's start the action. The action speak louder than words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move to our history teacher, Mr. Midwest, please. The floor is yours.
Yeah, my sister, what I want to say, people, if you don't know where you are coming from, there's no way you can make headway. Those who remove history from our school knows that they will train graduates who cannot be able to reason properly, and that is what is happening. I tell you clearly, Osowore for me is like a very good guy. He's really, but he doesn't have the chance. That one is very clear. You are dealing with people who have penetrated you so deep with all manners of things, and they are strategizing with plan A, plan B, plan C. Now, what they are going to do, just listen carefully. The entire Eastern politicians, they are going to reach an agreement with them. Look, you people have supported Mr. A, you have supported this. What have you benefited? Why not support us now? We will give you this position. And at the end, the position they will give to them may even motivate them. You see, they're campaigning for the Northerners. What are you going to do? They have supported the South, Obasanjo rule. They have supported the South, Jonathan rule. They have supported the South, or even the current one, a certain person from Yoruba is also the deputy. So what have you given to these people? The Northerners knew very well the vacuum, because when the South was coming out, it was a real threat to them. Now they carefully, they slow down, they watch these people. When you are playing your dice, it's just like a football or whatever game you are playing. Now we are getting closer to a point. If you don't yield to them, they will use the FCC and use it to reach an agreement with you, because everybody have loophole. But the power to say who will go to jail, who will be killed, who will be persecuted, lies in their hands. So it will not be left for you. What is playing here is just the same thing that happened to Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe when he was acting against his own will. The journalists make it clear how the British brought a paper before you and tell, look, if you don't do this for us, if you don't run it like this, you will go to jail because of mistake. So thank you very much. I feel I can round up there. We must know where we are going. Osowore may try. If he win, if I see him getting momentum, we support him. Currently, it's only wicked that have the strength to comfort this situation. That restructuring will not just come easily. Nigeria is not working for you as a Southerner, is working for the Northerners agenda, and is moving faster for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Midwest. Thank you so much. Somebody even in the comment section was like, Mr. Midwest needs his own show so he can educate us more. Thank you so much, Mr. Midwest. Let's move to Mr. Okundaye, please.
Thank you. Peter Obi, I love what he said. He's not killing himself to become the president. If you really trust him, his capacity, go and vote for him. Because me, I trust Mr. Obi that he will do more than those what we are calling wicked. Peter Obi will do more than that. So that is for that. Then Mr. Midwest, I was not the one who said, I was just analyzing what happened. But for you to say that Dafodio did not tell them to take their conquest to the sea, that is proper lie. We, the Benin or the Benin Empire, are the one that stopped Usman Dafodio fight at Okbila. If not, it will have conquered the whole Nigeria. So the history is dead. That is for that. Okay. AAC is the headway. Feel free from corruption. But for now, only Peter will be the one to do it. Because that is why I don't need to kill himself. If you don't vote for him, he will go home. But if you want Nigeria to change, go and vote for him. He will change it without that. If not, for Okorocha, they can arrest him anytime because thief is a thief. But what I want is they have to understand that it is not only the North that have people that have intelligence. We, because of our foolishness, that is why they have dominated everywhere, and we are clapping for them. It is for we to sing. Me, I don't see myself as Nigeria. I don't happy to hear when Nigeria is one, Nigeria is not. No, the North are the Nigeria, and that they are eating with the Satana. So let us, the Satana, begin to see where we lack unity and correct our unity to make sure we are now free from the oppression. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Okundayi. Thank you. And so the next person on our screen is Mr. Aigbe, please.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the second time to speak again. I think we should not be misleading the public, please. With our history of what we can, what we know, we say what we know. Osman Afodio was not killed in Benin. Osman Afodio was killed in Benue. And that is why you see where those people are still coming to take place there. So those should be story for another day. I want to remain on this topic here.
Part of Benin. Benue State was part of Benin.
Let me throw something here. Let me throw something. Listen, my brother, Usman Fodo never found Nigeria and he never fought Nigeria. He just came during his own history. It was a different thing entirely. It is the British who formed Nigeria. And when the British were leaving, the Northerners refused to be part of Nigeria. And that is our issue. Don't put everything together in the name of Nigeria. Usman Fodo is far older than Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Midwest. Mr. Igbe, please go ahead.
Yes, and I just said that let me remain on the topic where we are dealing with now. You see, I still remain on my ground that going to invade Rochas. I'm not supporting Rochas Okorocha for any reason, but invading the Rochas Okorocha'S now is politically, because just like what that brother said before, that a brother from Germany. Somebody who know that you know that Okorocha does not jump bases yesterday or day before yesterday or 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you understand me. In a country where you are speaking in a country where law is working, in a country where law is working, can Okorocha, person of Okorocha that is under investigation, to come and bring himself as a president aspirant in a working country? It's not possible. So the IRCC organ has been used by his master. Anybody that is corrupt, shall be arrested by the EFCC. Is 100% correct, but at the right time, not for you to come and tell us that you are working when we all know that you are working for the benefit of your paymaster. You understand me now? So not only Okorocha, there are many people that need to be arrested after they are leaving office. So we are still expecting them to do the same thing, and they should do things accordingly, not by keeping somebody after they see that person is coming out for one position, they will not bring the history out. No, before the person even make move. And don't forget that Okorocha in Imo State and the Imo governor today having issue of this insecurity that is still working within the party, and the Buhari himself does not support Okorocha the way people are fighting against Uzodinma in Imo State. So Okorocha has been the target of the Buhari, so-called Buhari administration for some time now since he left office. So I am not saying that they should anytime. I'm not saying that they should not arrest Okorocha at their comfortable at the time that they're supposed to. But I am saying that they should arrest him when it's not this time. So they're just trying to bench him to make him step down away from the race. They postponed their screening day for yesterday to today, if I don't make mistake, because of all these things. They know what they are doing. So we are not fool. They are the one that still remain corrupt, and they are the one that still remain fool. And they are the one that God, I don't know. I don't know. It's only God that we make us to have that unity mindset. Because before we can change Nigeria, first of all, we the Nigerian citizens must, know what we want and unite ourselves to stand. The way the northern person, just as the way Starita said it, the way the northern people unite, we the southern people, we are not unite like that. And these people, they are so white in terms of their what they call it, their Islamic education. They don't have time for Western education. They have time for the Islamic education. Before the British even came, those Fulani people, they have already educated them with their Islamic education. So those people, they know what they are doing. And just as a man of men, they said, they are soldiers with bare foot. The Fulanis, they are soldiers. They are just like soldier hands. When they enter anywhere, they will dominate that place. They will take that place from you if you are not careful. So that is my own take. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aigwe. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for you guys being on this platform. Let's move on to Mr. Joseph Sunday, please. Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, I'm still yes. Good evening, madam.
Good
Let
evening.
me start by saying this. The EFCC was not created by Buhari administration. Talk less of the Northerners creating a security agency to wish on the Satana. For those who are saying that Rochas' arrest is political. Politics is a game. If you want to know, you should know. It's a game. Everybody hold what he can hold better to fight in a game. In a field of play, those who are stronger take it at the end of the day. Don't be surprised if the Northerners win the primary of APC or if the Northerners become the president of tomorrow. Now, even the Easterners are already saying that if they cannot have it, it is better than they not have it. So for you to be saying that they are wishing the Easterner so that they can get it in the northern side is not true, because the Easterner are already fighting for the north even before this time. Governor of Ebonyi, he say it on a live TV repeatedly that as past they cannot join hand with this Easterner to get the presidential ticket. It is better the Northerner get it. They will work with the Northerner. For those who have said that the Easterner have worked with the South and with the Southwest to get the presidency ticket in the past, they have also worked with the Northerners. If you must know, they work with what's the Koyaradua, and he get it, and he was president. If you must know, they work with Atiku in many times. When it comes to contest as a presidential candidate, the Easterner work with him many times. If you must know, the East, majority of the East are PDP. So if you must know that, you know that very well. If I may come in, my own contribution on this is this. I support my brother who spoke earlier that said that the way forward is the constitution, not by any revolution or taking power by force. Let's get the constitution right. That is the way forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. Thank you. Next person on our list is Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, are you there, please?
Engineer Ken spoke already.
I'm here.
Okay,
Hello.
please go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I must give you the kudos. You're doing a very fantastic job, and I like your hairstyle this evening. You look beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Anyway, you are welcome. Uh, the the fact is this, we have to listen to, to our roots, and history is very good. Without past, there is no present. And I love what Midwest people just said, the way he analyze everything. Uh, to me, psychologically, the way I look at that country, coming in election is going to be a disaster. In any which way he has to come in, it's going to be a very big fight, very, very big one, And I threw my support on Wike. I believe so much in him. I believe that he's the only man that can take the bull by the horn at this time, because this time the country is very sick and it needs a radical doctor, to perform a radical surgery, regardless who will be involved in it. So a man like that is wicked. We have seen his action in River State. We all remember during time of COVID-19 when Buhari sent some Chinese to Rivers to do some stuff and he arrested them. He told Buhari to come down to River that he will arrest him. So a man like that, if River State he is the boss in Abuja, Buhari is the boss. So a man like that doesn't compromise anything, a man that is ready to do the needful at the right time. That was a man that in Nigeria, as a state, as a federation, that was the kind of a man that would need right now. Peter Obi is a very good guy, very, very good guy, but I don't think he has the charisma to become the president, you know. I don't think so. He can be a minister of finance or a minister of budget, but not a minister, not a president. Yeah. So he's not welcome in to become a president. I believe Wike will be a fantastic person and is going to do well, as a president of that country. My take is this: we should not allow the Fulani to come in any which way, either in APC or in PDP. Another thing again that we must have to look at, the reason why that we all are not supporting the Igbos, the eastern region, to take over the Nigeria affair as the president, because those guys are very greedy. If you give them that chance, man, I think they will sell that nation. They will sell it. So Igbo men are very, very greedy. They can do anything for money. So that's my own take. And that's the way I look at them. I've dealt with them, and people that chase money over everything.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer Ken. Thank you so much for that. Thank
you for
you.
cutting me off. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So we're moving on to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, please.
Finally, okay, I'm gonna make it. Time me. Thank you very much. God bless you, Midwest Republic. I know some panelists were saying that we should take away history. You cannot take away history from anything that you do in life, because history is the steering wheel that will lead you to make the right and make the wrongs that you made in the past right. You cannot take it out. Thank God for Ayo Adebanjo, who's still alive. I mean, he's in his 90s, who has actually educated Nigerians on the agenda based on history of how the Northern Caliphate can do anything for power. So you can never, ever take out history, especially when you want to move forward in life. You can never take it out. I don't understand why history is not so important. It should be important. Even Omoyele Sowore, sometimes when I hear him speak, he always refer back to history. So how can you how can you just push history aside? I don't understand that kind of reasoning. Anyway, what I just want to say is, for us to change the status quo, because we are aware that the people who rule Nigeria are the Northerners. The Southern governors of Nigeria, I repeat, the Southern governors of Nigeria, the House of Rep members of Nigeria from the Southern extraction I'm speaking to, they need to come together, wake up and smell the coffee, because I know most of them, in fact, 80% of them, they all have the spirit of Mobutu. In case anybody doesn't know the history of Mobutu, please Google it. What he did to Patrice Lumumba, and at the end of the day, look at how Mobutu ended. That most of them have that spirit.
That's Mobutu Seseko.
Exactly. Thank you, Benny. So as I was saying, they all need to come together, wake up, smell the coffee, and know that there's something going on. There's something going on. They have to sacrifice whatever they need to sacrifice and save the South so that Nigeria can come together. That is the only way. And the House of Rep members, we're talking about having a referendum or changing the system. How is it going to be done? If we're practicing democracy, it has to be done by consensus, or all the people in the National Assembly have to come together, make these laws. But if they're not coming together, how can it change? We cannot just be talking lip service. Oh, the system has to change. It has to start with the governors, House of Rep members. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Bennett Ogbede, thank you for joining us today. Mr. Bennett.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, please. Have you been following the show?
Yeah, I've been off and on, and I think I have some ideas of what you guys are saying.
Okay. Please, this is our 1 minute roundup on everything everybody has said. So let's just have your 1 minute take on everything we've been talking about.
All right. Okay. I can see the title, the heading. that the AFCC storm Okorocha'S Abuja mansion. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that one for Richard Okorocha, I think he should go to jail. These guys are all criminals, you know. We shouldn't use sentiment like why is the EFCC storming his house now? Because it's election time. Look, man, we shouldn't be saying all that because these guys wreck their state. We know Rochas Okorocha was once a millionaire before he became a governor. But at his time, you know, he have done so many things that make the emo people go backward. You understand? So for that, I support EFCC loud and clear. But if some of my panelists are saying, why is it now they are using him for a scapegoat? No, let that be their business. You understand? Because these guys, they are all one. You know. So for at first time when I was on, I heard per Monday saying Omoyele Sowore have not been tested. I think Pamonde should go back and follow Omoyele Sowore and look at what Omoyele Sowore have done. This man has paid the ultimate sacrifice for Nigerians, for me and him, go to jail. You know, he has gone to jail for struggling for the betterness of for all Nigerians, the way Fela did, the way Fela Mama did. You know, none of us here can spend 1 hour in jail for Nigeria. You know, Omoyele has spent 5 months, he has been beaten, he has been shot. So I'm just trying to correct that fact that Monday said Omoyele Sowore has not been tested. Has not been tested. You know, the thing is that our biggest problem in Nigeria is our constitution. Among all the aspirants that are contesting now, Omoyele Sowore is the only aspirant that is saying this our constitution is a fraud. You know, we should go and test even Wike. Wike has never talked anything about constitution. Even the Peter Obi, though I like Peter Obi because of his ideas, but he has never said anything about constitution. It's only Omoyele Sowore. You understand? So at the end of the day, man, I don't know what we want as Nigerians, you know, because there's nothing, even if Jesus Christ come from heaven now and rule Nigeria, without the changing of that constitution, you know, Nigeria will never go forward. Nigeria will never go forward, you know. So that is it, you know. So for me, I stand with Omoyele Sowore because he's the only man that can do the rating. For I can hear Mr. Ken, Engineer Ken talking about what's it called? Rivers State Governor. Man, if that man become the president, Mr. Ken, you know what Donald Trump do for this country? Wike would do for Nigeria. He go bully everybody. You understand? That man is going to be a dictator.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you know everything. So nobody, I think nobody should stand for Wike. That man is going to be a bully. So that is it. That's my submission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bennett. Let's move to Mr. Tiyobala.
Thank you so much. Hope you can hear me clearly.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, actually, when I came in, I was a little bit doing something in the office, so we just closed right now. Okay. So I've been following up, especially when I'm on break. You know, I actually called in some time back.
Yes, I remember.
First of all, I want to correct one impression that regarding what somebody said on this platform concerning Igbo person. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm an Edo man. The reason why Nigeria have not gotten it right today because an Igbo man have never ruled that country. And it will get worse if they don't give Igbo man power. The reason being that, let's check the demography of Nigeria. It's only an Igbo man that will go to another state, stay there, build house there as if it's his own state. No other tribe have ever done it in Nigeria. Not Yoruba, not even an Edo man or whatever. It's only
why the Igbo never turn Igbo land to abroad? Whether they rule as governor.
I'm coming, sir. I'm making a point. In that aspect, when you talk about development, if you talk about business, what makes a nation grow? The component of any nation is the people. And Igbo state, an average Igbo man is not a poor man. Why? Because they believe in themselves. They are not using oil. Why some people rely on oil, start spending oil's money, they believe they can rule a nation. That's on the lighter side. Now, coming down to the next president of the country, I strongly believe in Peter Obi. Reason being that he has the economic plan on how to move the nation forward. He has talked about it, and some people are saying that he doesn't have the mind or something. It's only Peter Obi who is currently challenging every aspirant in all the platforms concerning sharing and spending of dollars. We are talking about Nigeria value currency being degraded. And meanwhile, some aspirants are spending dollars. And what will not happen to Nigeria economy? This guy have the requisite knowledge and everything that we need as a country to move that nation forward. And coming about the issue of security, he has said it time without number. You can't fight security. In short, if you don't have money or if you don't have a job, automatically you are a potential bandit. Take it or leave it. You know, the better way to move that nation forward is for us as every other part of that country to come together and vote this guy, support this guy. And if you're a Yoruba man, a sad person, don't even near that power. Goodluck Jonathan have ruled before. Obasanjo have ruled before. Let's try Igbo. Let's see how the nation will go. And Peter Obi is the better candidate, both APC and PDP. Quote him anywhere. Thank you so much. And also support the candidacy of Omowole Sowore, but it's so unfortunate that the platform he is will not be able to win him election. That's just a simple truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chiobala. That has rounded up the show. I want to thank the panelists, everybody on the comment section, the ones viewing us from home, the viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I must confess that you guys have made me feel so welcome and comfortable on this platform. God bless you all. I hope may the Almighty keep guiding us and protecting us in this perilous time. Thank you all so much for your love and support. And please do not forget to share, to like. Please do not forget to do that. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so. Please tag a friend to tag another friend. Like we said before, the reason why we always ask you to like, so YouTube can always suggest our videos to other people that are yet to know about Ninja Watch platform. Thank you all so much once again. Have an amazing evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.